All right, here we are. Anyone just coming in? Welcome, 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 welcome. We have arrived. We have a few things to do today. We're going to be doing a NACT power ranking video, which we're going to be recording and I'll then be posting again later. Outside of that, we're going to probably be watching some MPL games. Possibly, we'll see, as long as if we can get to that, and then maybe some other content as well. NACT is what, 6 days away? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days away. NACT is officially 5 days away. It's pretty crazy, honestly. It's really crazy. We've made it. We have arrived. If you're just coming in, make sure you leave a comment, say hello. Let's share the stream real fast. Lord back with his tier list. Listen, man, I just want to say last season our tier list was pretty good. A lot of people, we had a lot of haters in our tier list. We had a lot of haters, but in the end, our tier list stood pretty freaking strong last season. This season is much harder. Let me start with that. I could end up being completely wrong on this tier list. It's definitely much, much different. And I don't know if this is a good or a bad thing. I'm not going to lie. We'll talk about it more as we go forward. I think this season is going to be interesting, to say the least. I'm excited for it. We got 4 teams that are going to be at the grand finals. Techno Gaming, you came in early as hell. We just started about 1 minute ago, so you're perfect on timing. We haven't even started doing the tier list yet. I'm going to try to let a few people come in. And yeah. They don't take this guy seriously. It's all right. A lot of people respect it, but I get it, man. People, you know, people have teams that they love. People have their own opinions, and they're allowed to have them. You know, that's normal. People are allowed to have their own opinions, just like I'm allowed to have mine. Last year, I think a lot of people were upset that I put last season. You know what it was last season? Last season, the biggest, which was actually like really surprising to me. Everyone was super upset that I put BTK as number 2 on my, that I put BTK in S tier last season. A lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of people were upset that I put BTK in S tier because they lost a game in qualifiers, and a lot of people just felt like they weren't going to do good, which they had a rough season for sure. But a lot of them also like didn't know the players like I knew them. Like they didn't know Yato was X Area 77. They didn't know T was X Area 77. They didn't know that a lot of the players were like top tier players. They were just all kind of thrown together in the last minute. So like I can understand that people were kind of like thrown off by that pick by me. You sounded sleepy as hell on WCG. Bro, last day, I will say day 1 I was definitely sleepy as hell. I worked an 11-hour shift, got home, and then did 8 hours. I was up for about 24. By the time I went to sleep, I was up for about 23 hours. It was rough. Day 2 was much better. They also fixed the glitching on halfway through day 2, so that made me feel a little better. Day 1, we also had really bad delay issues, me and Dave. So then in day 2, we used Discord to VC with each other, and they turned us down on vMix, which is the program that catches our volume and cameras and all that. So day 2, I think me and Dave just sounded better overall. And then day 3, I think I sounded decent in day 3. I was standing up for a few parts. The grand finals, I did well. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I felt pretty good about it. I have some content coming for you guys. So we're gonna start a series, guys. We're gonna start a series called Hot Seat. And it's gonna be an interview-based thing. Nothing super long. Max would be like 20 minutes, depending on who I'm interviewing. And basically, I'm gonna get players, content creators, casters. I have a list of people so far where we ask them kind of spicy. We ask them some normal questions, but we also ask them some spicy questions. Kind of similar to like, when I interviewed Hoon and Zane and stuff like that. That was kind of the initial idea behind it when I first did them, was like, all right, what can I name this hot seat? Because like this, they're questions that I feel I want to try to ask people questions that the viewers want to ask people. Not that your typical interview person asks, like, where are you from? Oh, how'd you learn about Mobile Legends? Oh, data, like those like I feel like we get enough of that stuff. I want to ask them like, all right, what team do you think is the strongest? What team do you think is the weakest? Like I want to ask them questions that's going to get the pot stirring a little bit. That's the goal, right? Like I want to do the things that like, that like people ask streamers in the chat and streamers have to question about asking. Which not exactly, like I don't want it to get too spicy, but yeah, those are the type of things that I want to do. So I would like to make it like my full-blown idea would be like allow them to have a few skips. Like I don't know, I have this idea where like they can have like like they get like 3 skips, right? And we'd have like 15 questions. And if they use all 3 of their skips, then they have to answer the questions from there on. Like allow them to have like, all right, we're going to skip this question. Is Trek still an Area 77 fanboy? Bro, I haven't been an Area 77 fanboy for since they broke up the first time. After that, they've lost respect. I'm a Yato fanboy. But when it comes to Area 77 in general, not really, bro. I don't know. They're just not the same. I really wanted to be an Area 77 fanboy, bro. Back in the day, when it was BTK and Area 77 as the top 2, I came into the esports scene and I felt like everybody loved BTK, so I chose Area 77 as like the team I wanted to support, and I was a fan of them for a while, but then they, they fell apart, bro. Chill Will, you are Mayski. I always forget that you're Mayski, bro. I helped manage them for a little bit and stuff. Me, Mayski, and Sakura helped manage them for a little bit. And then they broke up, bro. After they lost to, was it after a loss to New Wave? Was it when they lost to New Wave? I can't remember. About a year ago? I hope we see dope matches too. All right. Okay. This is like the first day my nose isn't clogged, which is great. Hope no one pilots. I hope nobody pilots. I hope we don't have any roster issues. I hope we can just have like, bro, if we could just have one season, one freaking NACT, just one, where there's no issues. God, I'd have an orgasm on live TV. I'm just kidding. But seriously, like, if we could just have one season, bro. We've never had a season where there hasn't been some bullshit. We've never had a season where we haven't had some bullshit. Qualifiers doesn't count. There's not issues or Drama doesn't really count either. Nah, there already is. The hi, my name is. I don't know what that means. Alright, let's get started on the tier list. Zane was speaking the truth? What do you got? Am I missing something? Am I missing something here? Did I miss something? Did I miss something? Is there a video I need to watch? Is there like some clipper that caught something? What am I missing, guys? What am I missing? What? Okay, let's listen to it. No, we're just, it's on Kunaho. It's on Kunaho. I found it. Oh, everyone's clipping it now. Let's pull it up. Let's pull it up.
Wow.
This one's longer. I found a longer one.
Hi.
It's definitely sarcasm. Like, guys, this isn't drama. But I mean, I get it, right? But whatever. This is normal stuff, guys.
My name is Gosuhun.
In the trade, but they lose out so many of their resources.
I get fucked by BTK Mobile Zen.
Sally Boy was forced to just back away. It was only Pai and Rossi who had full HP. Taz, though, that was a big mistake.
Jeez.
Luckily for him,
Are you playing Brawl?
No, not yet.
Right? That's what you want from a
Not yet.
lane. To be able
Is it middle of the game or draft or what?
7 minutes in, 7 minutes in.
Did you
Maybe.
just go into the Discord and say that?
Hi,
able
my
to
name is
win
Gosuhun.
out in the trade, but they lose out so many of their resources.
I get fucked by
Nino
BTK
was
Mobile
low.
Zen.
Sally Boy was forced to just back away. It was only Pai and Rossi who had full HP. Taz, though,
Well,
that
it's
was
like,
a
bro,
big
I'm live
mistake.
streaming.
Luckily
Calm
for
down.
him,
Are you playing Brawl?
No, not yet.
Right? That's what you want from a
Not yet.
lane. To be able
Is it middle of the game or draft or what?
7 minutes in, 7 minutes in.
Maybe
Oh.
a game because it's
If
kind
they
of
Watch
go
it.
weird.
Right now, it's Evo's the 2K
It's
Bowl
kind of
League.
weird. I don't say hi to him. That's why I lose in ACT. That's why I don't go to M5. That's why I have no points at MSC.
Now it's Evo's legends who have the early to mid composition. It's alter
Goodbye.
ego.
Hold
Goodbye.
on. Someone in the chat says,
I'm looking at it right I'm looking at it right now. Hi, my name is Gosuhun. I get fucked by BTK Mobile Zen.
Lol. I mean, listen, man, they're having fun. They're joking. I get it. It's at the expense of another person, but like,
Hi, my name is Kosu.
They can't call me a liar.
wow, I can't believe that was clipped.
They can't call me a liar.
I can't believe that was clipped.
They can't call me a liar.
I actually
Zach?
can't believe that was clipped.
They can't call me. They can't call me a liar.
Yo, chicken, what build for next?
Can we fucking surrender?
Berserker first.
Can we?
all right, that's enough of that. Let's get to the tier list. Let's get to the tier list. All right. Quick question in the chat. Who's going to make it to M5? Does everyone think BTK is just going to make it? Is it easy peasies? BTK back to M5? Oh, quick note. Asian Disappointment is not called Asian Disappointment anymore. They're called Knights of Fate. All right, here we go. Let's press record. Let me check on my baby real quick. She's out. She's slumped. She's asleep. Okay. We're going to do a quick YouTube intro, because this video is also going to get posted as a solo video, so bear with me for a second, guys. Bear with me. I may not talk to chat too much. We're going to probably limit chat talk. I might answer like one question here and there. Lord Deem, Trex, what happened, my guy? You went from happy-ass dude to being depressed. You good? I'm confused. What does that even mean? Do I look depressed, bro? Do I look depressed? I'm a happy guy, bro. I've been sick the past month. When did I look depressed? I sound unwell. Not depressed, but dead inside. Damn, guys. Damn. I mean, that's just my life, yo. That's what happens when you live a life like me, guys. Sometimes you're a little dead inside, you know? Life's not easy. I wish I was going to Busan for WCG, bro. I freaking wish. Next time they better bring us. We got more views than their Korean casters. We were out viewing the MPL Indonesia stream. English stream at some moments, on some pages. We peaked at like 27K on day 3. This is the NACT for M5 qualifiers, Master MF. You are correct. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to it. No more wasting time. Remember, we're going to be doing a quick YouTube intro, so don't mind me. What's up, everybody? For those that don't know, my name is Trex. I am a Mobile Legends ShoutCaster, mainly stationed here in North America. I've been a part of every official North American competition. We casted for M4. We just casted for WCG. We've been earning our reputation slowly but surely. But we got something big coming. NACT qualifiers has officially ended. For those that don't know what the NACT is the North American Challengers Tournament. And we have our 8 teams decided. It's going to be a little bit different than last season. It is not going to be a league format in a sense, meaning every team will not face every team once, and there won't be a point system. There is still going to be a point system, but it's a little bit differently. Essentially, there will be 3 tournament brackets, and every team will be on those brackets. And depending on how they place, they will get points. So first place gets 100 points, second place gets 90 points, third place gets 80 points, and so on and so forth. And they'll do that one bracket, then they'll get seeded into another bracket, run through it again, and then a third bracket and again. And at the end of those 3 brackets, the top 4 teams with the most points accumulated through those 3 brackets will go on to Los Angeles, the grand finals, and they will play in a double elimination bracket, and the winner will be the crowned champion and go to M5. There's just a little bit of info for everybody. If you don't know or you've been questioned about how this season exactly is going to work, but that's not exactly what we're here today. We're here to talk about the teams. We're here to do a power ranking, and honestly, this power ranking video is probably going to be much harder than last season. Last season, I caught a little bit of slack for the way I did my power ranking video, but in the end, my power ranking video was pretty spot on by the end of the season. And most of the picks that I did that people were against, I ended up being right about. This one may be a bit different. I could end up being completely wrong. I could end up being really on point. We're also going to go over the teams a little bit, some of the players, things of that nature, so bear with me. This video could go on a little bit. I am probably going to put some timestamps in the description of each team section and me talking about them, so if you don't really care or whatever, you are free to skip around. So we're going to start off with Area 77. Let's talk about them for a second real fast. I have everybody's team's rosters pulled up. Area 77 is going to consist of Willy Cutie, K Cutie, Merciless in the EXP, Poggy in the jungle, Mark Cutie in Gold Lane, Gals Cutie as Roam, Nubby and Jules Cutie. I'm guessing Nubby might be their manager. Everyone has to have a coach or manager or whatever. That is one of the new rules. Everyone has to have like a point of contact outside of their players. So Area 77 last season came in with pretty high hopes, I feel like. A lot of us thought they were going to at least make it to top 4. They did very good, I would say, through the first half of the season, and then things just went downhill for them. They started losing more and more games. They seemed like they just wanted to play comfort picks nonstop. Like, it was exciting when Poggy picked up the X-Borg jungle. It was exciting when he picked up the Roger jungle and made it work. But the thing is that's like a one-time thing. You can't run it the whole season. There is a meta. There's a reason why there's a meta, and you have to stick with that. And they were one of the teams that just couldn't seem to get that down. And it definitely cost them a lot. They ended up, I want to say they ended up in like 6th or 5th place, maybe even 6th place. It was a pretty big downfall from where a lot of people slotted them. A team that used to be literally the number 2 team behind BTK 2 years ago has now fallen to, you know, number 6, number 7, etc. Now, this season they did take a loss in the qualifiers. I still feel like they could be a little bit rusty. I mean, I still think, like, before we go too far into all of this, all of these teams are good. They're the top 8. And that is one thing to understand. They are the top 8. They are just about leagues above everyone else. There might have been 1 or 2 teams that slipped through the cracks, but, you know, and another thing to notice, we'll get to that later actually, but they're all good teams. I don't know if I'm going to use this D tier. So C may be the lowest, we'll see. And things might move around. For now, I want to put Area 77 in B tier. They could move down. I don't think they're going to move up. But Area 77 currently going to sit in B tier. Again, with the meta currently, there is a lot of possibilities, and that's what's going to make this tier list even harder as well. Another important thing to note is we have a lot of new faces, I would say. Not exactly new faces, but just like new rosters. It's very different than, I feel like last year, and pretty much the past 3 or 4 NACTs, there's always been at least like 5 of the same teams that have made it to the top. This time, a few new faces who have been like, don't get me wrong, like teams like Bloodhounds. Bloodhounds have only made it to top 8 in NACT one time, and that time was through a technical issue because the team that beat them ended up not being able to play, or I think they got disqualified, DQ'd, I can't remember the exact reasons, but Bloodhounds ended up taking their spot in top 8. So Bloodhounds have never actually officially gotten to top 8 on their own merit, essentially. This is going to be the first time they made it. They're a team that's been grinding. Boca Roscoe runs them. What's another team? Novacore, Night Horde. We have a lot of new faces that us as casters and people that are really engraved in the community know about. Because we've been seeing, because they enter the NACT, like they've entered all the NACTs for the past year or two, but they're never able to secure that spot. So I'm very happy to see some of these teams here, but there's also the worry of like, how are they gonna do? Luckily, there is a few of them. Luckily, there is a few of these teams, so they will all have some competition of their own level. My worry is that BTK and TOB and like Empire maybe are just gonna like stomp all of these teams, and then like what I don't want is what happened last season where it's just like TOB where it's like one team goes undefeated, another team and like 2 other teams go undefeated to everybody else. We'll see how it ends though. So for now, Area 77 B tier. Avalon Empire. Which it looks like they may just be switching their name to Avalon. Jordan used to be like the captain of this team. He is no longer with them. He's no longer going to be playing ML from what I know. And currently the roster for them is Arbs, Fallen, who is the ex-jungler for the Simpsons back in M4 qualifiers. Fallen the Thief. We have Demon, who we know. We have Totnak, who we know. We have Basic and Gina in the gold lane. We have Chubby Mafia and then Arvel as Roam. We know Arvel, we know Basic, we know Totnak, we know Fallen. Definitely an interesting roster. Another quick note is rosters could have a quick change up before we jump into the actual bracket. I know Dave is still waiting on a lot of paperwork. I didn't want to have to wait though for to do this. So again, that could also affect how teams end up doing. If there has to be some change because someone couldn't get their papers in, so we know that they have to travel. I know they're being a lot more strict and like stuff has to be in, documentation has to be in. So we'll see how that goes. But currently, Avalon Empire does look very strong. I definitely want to put them in A tier. They made it to Empire, essentially. That's what they are. Rebranded to Avalon. They squeezed into the top 4 last season. I was honestly a little against them for a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I was a person that was like, I kind of wanted to see a different team get to top 4, because I didn't like the way they played all season. They were another team that just didn't want to. They really wanted to break the meta, but it's one of the reasons they lost consistently. But when they got into playoffs, they really stepped up their game. They put on some great shows. They played some great games, and they kind of earned my respect in playoffs. So I think now they're going to be even stronger. They've picked up Gina, who's a monster. We all know Gina wasn't able to play last season, and we're going to get to see Gina play this season, so I'm very excited about that. We have Basic. We have Fallen, who we know is a good jungler. He stole several neutral objectives from Zane in the M4 qualifiers. So definitely excited to see how this team does. I definitely think they deserve an A slot. Bloodhounds. Whew. Let's talk about Bloodhounds for a second. We have their team captain, Boca. We have Easy Peasy. This is not I'm almost positive this is not the easy peasy from. This is a different easy peasy. This isn't easy peasy from BTK, who is ISO. This is actually the reason ISO changed his name, right? We have Sleeps, we have Copla, we have Obi, Templess, Dino, and Emily. I think Emily may be their manager or point of contact. I don't know exactly. Bloodhounds, as I said before, they're a team that has been working on it. Been working on it for a while. They've been grinding. They're a team that has definitely earned my respect over the past year or two. Boca Roscoe is their captain. He's actually the person who, my very first time ever casting a Mobile Legends tournament, he casted with me. And he's a great caster. And he decided to go a different route. He didn't want to continue casting. He wanted to start playing pro. He played with AE for a while, Aether Explicit with Riles in them. He eventually broke apart from there. A couple of the players went with him as well, Templess being one of them. Sushi used to be in there. I don't know if Sushi might be Sleeps now. I don't know exactly. I wish players didn't change their name so much. But yeah. So, like I said, they've never been able to officially get a top 8 spot. The one time they did get a top 8 spot, it wasn't completely by their own merit. They still did decent in the top 8 bracket. But still, they've been a team that I've grinded. No matter how many times they don't make the top 8 spot, they would continue to practice. They continue to do their thing. And finally, they have earned a spot in season. It's awesome to see teams like this get here and do this. I immediately sent him a congratulatory message when I heard. So big G's. But this is a tier list. And we have to be honest. There are no feelings involved here. Even though I think Easy Peasy's in the chat right now. I'm sorry, bro. I don't think I can put them at A tier. I definitely can't put them at S tier. I don't know if I can put them at A tier yet. This is what makes this list so hard, honestly. 3 or 4 of these teams we have never seen play at this level. There's a big difference between qualifiers. There's a big difference between top 16, top 32. There's a big difference in this, and it's something I will stand by and always stand by. It is very much different here than any other place. The pressure's on. You're going to be playing every week against all of these teams consistently. It's definitely very different. And again, they're a great team. They're a great team, but we still have to see what they're made of when it comes to this. So for now, we're going to put them in B tier. I think it's a solid position for them. But I do want to say this. There's a few of these teams I'm going to say this with. This could end like this. This could end like this, depending on what they're made of when we get to season. And that's pretty much what it's going to be like for all of these new teams. They could do really well, or they could bomb out. It's hard. I've known a lot of these guys for a while. I know they're good players, but again, you just never know, and it could get tough. I would love to see them like get to top 4 and see them in LA or something. That'd be awesome, but you never know. All right. Next. BTK. Bloodthirsty Kings. The reason everybody's here in this chat right now. Quick pause. If you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe. Hit the mother-loving like button. There's barely any likes, and there's a lot of you guys watching. Please do so. It would be highly appreciated. If you're really feeling crazy, share this. You know, all that good stuff. BTK. Current roster for BTK. Moba Zane. 2-time, has it been 3 times now? 2-time world stage attendee. 3rd place at M3. 4th and 5th and 6th place at M4. Has gotten 1st place. No, almost. He's gotten 1st place except for 1 in every NACT he has been in. Except for 1. As if he competed in it, he gets the gold. that's that's just a lot, man. That's when you really put the numbers out there, when you really put the facts out there. If he competed there's only one NACT that he has not won. He doesn't really need much of an introduction. After that, we have Yato. Yato, he got the MVP at the NACT Grand Finals spring season. Ex-Mage for Area 77 for lots of times. I think he's got 2 NACT gold medals under his belt. He's done a lot. Chill Will, there was a lot more NACTs that Zane didn't play in my time. So Yato, like I said, he's got 2 gold medals, one through Area 77, one through BTK. He has not played on an international stage yet. But yes, a lot of people doubted him last season. He showed up, he played like a monster, and he was a pivotal member in winning last NACT Grand Finals. After that, we have Lord T, another Area 77 member, played for EXP Lane. I think also has 2 gold medals under his belt for NACT. He also was there, part of the team when Area 77 won. We have Joybaj from a team called Team First Bloods, for those that don't remember. Everyone knows Joybaj now. Great roamer. He's honestly aiming for like the #1 spot, like one of the best roamers in NA. He's aiming for it. People are the debate is coming on whether he is better than Shark. And if they get to the world stage this year, the proof could end up being in the pudding. So we'll see what happens there. Joybaj definitely probably one of my favorite roamers, not just because he's great, but because of his personality. He's just a great guy. After that, Fried Chicken. I mean, what more can I say? One of the greatest EXP laners in the world. A great player. One of the greatest players in the world, honestly. Honestly, yeah. Then we have Easy Peasy in the gold lane. Fried Chicken and Easy Peasy may swap around. Fried Chicken, right? From what I hear, Fried Chicken is actually on sub. He's on the bench right now until he can prove that he can play EXP lane a little bit better. I think he's a little rusty after not playing all last season. So there we go. I don't really think we need to debate this S tier. It's BTK. I think they're definitely going to be a favorite here. They have the same roster as last season, except now they have Chicken. I think they're going to do great. I hope that they don't do that great during all of season, because I would love to see some other teams. I would love this season to just be kind of down to the line. But here's the thing about BTK is they got that dog in them. When it comes down to it, they always pull their big boy pants on. And yeah, they do what they got to do. So even if they take some losses during the season, when it comes down to it, that's that. Someone in chat said, Baj is way too inconsistent. Here's the thing, though. That's kind of my point, is I think sometimes the team itself can be a little inconsistent, but when it is needed, BTK always kind of shows up. That's one thing that we can't really say isn't true. And several times they do what's needed. All right. After that, Novacore. Okay. Novacore. We have, do I have Novacore here? Novacore. We have Nova Ash, Mar, Lord Divine, Shiro, Nori's, Left, and Burrito Boy. I'm not going to lie, I barely know this team. I know Novacore has been around for a while. Back when I used to host tournaments, they competed in some, they entered some, things like that. They never competed in the NASL in top 8, but they did qualify. They played in all types of stuff, et cetera, et cetera. So they are a team that's been around for a while. They've never been a top 8 team. I think they've always been top 16, top 32. But they made it. I've had a lot of DMs saying that Vanguard should have beat them, et cetera, et cetera. I don't know, man. It wasn't just Vanguard that they had to beat, though, right? Like, I think there's some important things to note here. I do want to say that they earned their spot. That's all I really got to say is I feel like they earned their spot. Where are they at? Where are they at? Where are they at? Where are they at? They beat Vanguard. Oh no, they beat Vanguard in the upper round. So they did make it through the upper round. They beat Team Ace, which I heard some things about Team Ace. And then they beat Vanguard. Some people debated they lost to Avalon pretty bad. I will say this, in their best of one, they lost to Avalon pretty bad in their best of one. But I've had a lot of people saying that this is going to be the lamey top of this season. I don't want to say that. I don't know. There is 8 teams here. You just can't really see this logo and this logo because they're black. So we'll get to them in a second. Novacore, they lost pretty bad to Avalon. I do think they are possibly going to end up being a C-tier team. I'm not going to lie. Someone has to go here. They're a new team. I would love to see them maybe be a B tier. And again, this is another team that I think this is possible. But also, this is possible. And I'm not putting anybody in D tier for this list. But also, like, they could be the team that doesn't get any wins. Like, that is also possible. I hope that they don't. I hope we don't have any team that happens to. But we're going to put them in C tier. I think either way, though, they will come out of this season so much stronger than they were. Either way, if they can hang through it, take all the backlash from if they lose games, they will come out very, very good. I think, I think if they play to the meta, they keep on playing, they keep their morale up, they could definitely win some games. All right. Knights of Fate. Knights of Fate is the Asian Disappointments, just to let everybody know. I'm guessing they were forced to change their name because Asian Disappointments wasn't allowed. I don't know. That's my guess, is maybe their name got canceled. So Knights of Fate, we have Noah, Regrets, who we all know Gosu Regrets. We have Gosu X Gosu, Zero, Mommy Issues, Chapow, and Mikasa. We know Mikasa, we know Zero, we know Regrets. This is a strong team. This is a strong team. They even, like, I'm not gonna lie, I did not think, I thought this was a team that might not make it. A lot of people were hyping up this team, and I was like, I don't know. I felt like if they went against Area 77 or they went against the Simpsons, they would lose. But they ended up making it. They did a good job to make it. I'm proud of them. I think they're going to be a decent team, but I also think they might be a little overhyped. I think a lot of people are like when I was talking to, we were talking about, like, we were all, a couple of us casters were all in a VC. And everyone was talking about, like, who they think was going to make it to top 8. And a lot of people were talking about this team, and I was like, I don't know, man. And maybe that's just my own opinion, but I think they could be a little overhyped. Like, I think a lot of people want to put them here, and I don't think they are here. I don't think they're an A tier. I think they could even be behind Bloodhounds. I don't know. That's tough. Okay, so, like, they're definitely in B tier, I feel like. I want to put them in front of Bloodhounds just because of the experience of... Alright, so some people... I'm going to put them in Bloodhounds only for this. Only for this, yo. Only because Where'd they go? Only because Regrets and Mikasa have a lot of top 8 experience. And so does Zero. Doesn't have a lot, but he has top 8 experience. They just have, I feel like they have a little more experience on the NACT stage than the rest. Empire is Avalon, to anyone asking. So we're going to put them in front of Bloodhounds. But again, this is a team that could end up down here. Could end up here. Like if they show up, they could end up here. Don't get me wrong, Zero's a great jungler. And I think right now the meta could favor him and favor a lot of these players. Just because of so many things that are possible, but we'll see. After that, we have Night Horde. Another new team. So the main 3 new faces are Bloodhounds, Night Hordes, and Nova. Which, no, neither of these 3 teams are actually new to NACT. They're just new to being in the season. Night Horde is another team. It's run by a guy named Tyrant. They have been competing in NACTs for probably the past year or 2. And every time they get a little bit closer to top 8, they get a little bit closer. Then sometimes they bomb out, but then every time they get a little bit closer. This time they have finally grinded hard enough that they have made it to top 8. They consist of Myth, Reckless, we know Reckless, Mo, Assault 1. Wait, is Assault 1? No. Never mind. Talent the Great, Matt for you, Khan, and Craxy. So we know some of these players. Like I said, they've been playing for a while. They've been grinding, and they did finally make it here. Are they going to do great? We'll see. I think, honestly, I don't have a whole lot to say about them. I got to put them in B. I don't know if they're going to be able to make it to here. They might be able to, like, get to here. I think the number 4 spot is definitely going to be up for contention between, like, these 4 teams. I think the number 4, I think, like, BTK, Empire, and TOB probably all have a guaranteed spot in the finals. But the number 4 spot could really be up in contention for here. All right, so last but not least, we have TOB. Let's talk about them. We're not actually putting them there. We're just talking about them. All right, so we have Hoon, best player Shark. Milo and we have Hoon Hoon is Mage, best player is Jungle. Shark Roam, Milo in Mage mid lane, Zia as Gold lane. Promise EXP, and Wrath. I don't know where Wrath plays. I'm not going to lie. It's a decent lineup. I've heard Milo's getting much better. He's actually doing really good in the EXP lane recently. They have been grinding. They have been playing. Best player is going to be going to... best player will be going to IESF. I think this team will. I mean, what do I have to say? We know this team so well. I think they're going to be taking a little bit of a bounce back. I think they're going to come into this. I think they're going to come into this one a lot more humble than last season, because they did end up losing, which will probably end up being a good thing to them, and a good thing for the scene in itself. I think they're going to come into this season with a much different attitude than how they played last season. And we know Zia's a great gold laner. I think it was a great swap for him. I know Zia gets a lot of hate, but he did a great job on Ackerman. Ackerman did a great job last season. It could have been them who made it to grand finals. It could have. And I think he's got a slightly better mentality than some previous gold laners. So I think they could do well here. TOB definitely going to be S tier. So BTK, TOB, Avalon, I think, like I said, all 3 of these definitely have the opportunity to make it to the grand finals. And then these 4 teams, I think these are going to kind of be where we see, like, games go back and forth. And it's going to be tough. It's definitely going to be tough. And then we have Novacore. Novacore, I think for me, unless Novacore just is like the dark horse of the century, which again you never know. It's Mobile Legends. I think Novacore's main goal is just try to like get to like 5th or 6th this season. Like if you can like end the season not in last, like 5th, 6th, maybe even 4th, then I think you do a good job here. That's the main goal. All right, thank you everybody for watching. Like I said, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button if you like the content. We're going to have a lot more coming soon. I appreciate it. I'm out. All right, guys, we're going to end the record. We're not ending stream. We're just going to stop recording. What do we think, guys? What do we think? What do we think? What do we think? Any questions? It starts this Saturday. I'll be casting on day 1. Who will be the host? No Nicolette, bro. No Nicolette. I'm so sad about it. She said she's going to play next season. She said she's going to play next season. Honestly, I expected OSP and Team Ace. I expected OSP. It's sad that Area 77 and OSP had to fight against each other in the bottom bracket, so one of them had to go. That's what was tough, honestly. I think if OSP had a slightly different bracket, they could have made it, but they had to go against Area 77. But also, you got to think they missed all last NACT, so they're on the rustier side. Missed your synergy with Private. Yeah. I mean, Private's, I love casting with Private, but also I know Private's really trying to aim to be like a top play-by-play caster. So like he's at a point where I think he's not crazy about casting with me, because most of the time when we cast together, he gets put into the analysis position. So that's kind of his feelings about it, I think, which is understandable. It's totally understandable. Private knows his skill names. Deku's not casting this season, which I'm kind of pissed. I'm upset about. You gotta talk to him on why. I don't know. But yeah, I'm a little upset about it. I feel like we were a great duo. Like a great duo. Like I think we were one of the best duos to ever be on NACT, honestly. I think that was one of the reasons he just got a lot of hate. He kind of like, I think for his first season, he maybe opened his mouth too much at the wrong times. Which like I got some slack for doing that in the past, but like I kind of recovered from it, and it was also in a time when the NACT wasn't as official, and also I had earned a few more stripes, I feel like, because I ran the NACT a few times. I had been around a bit longer, so like not just the community had learned to respect me, but like higher ups, like some of the Moonton people had to learn to respect me and like appreciated me. So like if they saw some drama circulating around me, they were just kind of like, whatever. Like we know he's a good guy. But no, Deku's a bro. Like I know there's like some BTK fans out there. There's some people that like don't like Deku or whatever. But like if you put all that aside, Deku's an amazing caster. He's an amazing caster. Deku used to not be an amazing caster, just like all of us, right? I was not always an amazing caster. And he would like send me messages and stuff. He wanted to become casting. I would talk to him here and there. But I never got like super in-depth conversation with him because I was always super busy. But I remember when after MLSA started and he started like really casting. I remember hearing some clips of him, and I knew he was going to be coming to NACT most likely. I remember hearing some clips of him and being like, ooh, hearing some of his play-by-play and being like, oh shit, I gotta step my game up. Like it was probably the first caster I've heard in NA for Mobile Legends, where I've been like, oh man, this guy's coming in hot. Like I'm gonna have to like be on point. Like where I was like, you know, we're like worried almost, you know, like an actual like rival, which, and I don't mean rival in like a bad way, you know, I mean rival as like someone that I think can like has that skill level, and that doesn't, and I don't mean that to like shit on any other casters or anything like that. Like Private's an amazing caster, he's an amazing play-by-play. Wheezy's an amazing play-by-play, but Deku, in my opinion, is just kind of diff. He's just a little diff, and he's got his own style. I don't think the original Unbeatable, I don't think the original plan was to have 4 casters in the finals. I think it just kind of happened, honestly. I think Wheezy and Eunice were going anyways. Like, they paid for some of their own stuff, and they just they fit them into the schedule. I think the original thing was just going to be me, Private, and Naisu. I don't know. I could be wrong, but... Team First Blood? I don't know. I think they're I mean, Baj left, Gina left. Some of them have other stuff going on. It's kind of sad. It's kind of sad, but it's whatever. It happens. They got ate up, bro. Their players got ate up by other teams. That's what happened. Top teams scouted them out. Top teams scouted them out, boys. All right, what next? What next? MPL time? Question mark? Loki Season 2 trailers out? Oh, sheesh. Sheesh. I'm going to go make a coffee real quick because I do want to do more than just this. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Is chat working now? Yeah, chat's working. There's just no one chatting. All right, we also got some brownies. Who are the original TFB members? Afnan was their manager. He also played occasionally. Gina was a gold laner. Gina was a gold laner. Chat wasn't working for a second? That's weird. Gina was a gold laner. Joybaj was Rome. I still have the Joybaj TFB jersey, yo. Team First Blood jersey. That's how, like, serious they were. They got jerseys. And then fucking, I don't know. Sad. I can't remember their mage. I wish I could remember all their players. I could figure out. Maybe I can't. I can't find Afnan. What's up with everyone doing... Alright, guys. Where is this trend coming where people just put a letter for their name and ... I'm confused. What's up with that? Why is everyone doing that? What am I missing here? What did I miss? Why is this a thing? Someone help. Yes, exactly. Like everyone's doing that in Discord. Like my name would be... Like, what am I missing here, guys? It just happened, and more people are doing it, and I'm just really confused. And then they make their what's it called it too. What the fuck? What does it mean? NPC names. I don't get it. I don't get it. Nobody knows. Nobody knows why. For the love of God, I had to ask somebody. I just asked somebody on Discord. They only have the Bahasha stream, huh? On the MPL ID? That's crazy. Someone said Evos vs RRQ is what I should watch.
Emblem terbaru dari Project NACT. Dan buat kalian yang udah siap-siap mau ketik di kolom komentar.
In the RRQ's holding
Really
room.
is.
Like, he's been battling this battle for so long. 7 times in total, he's won 4 of them. But now, he's swapped sides. The baby tiger, now the baby face of RRQ.
Wow.
Well, his track record against RRQ on the other side, as I recall, is quite okay. But now that
Kings of Kings, out for blood, out for their throne, that has been captured by another team. Welcome, Rex, Regum, Chaos.
The new lineup here from RRQ, the Kings of Kings with Naomi,
Can we talk about something
Skylar
though?
as well.
Like, when's the last time RRQ won season? When's the last time they won season? So 3 seasons ago.
As Clay, it looks like that this is going to be a big challenge,
it's
a
just
big
kinda
hurdle
weird,
for Evo's
like
Legends.
when
They
Mirko
want to
says that,
make
it's
it
like
to
when
the
we-
very top
like
of
the
the
hype-
standings.
like-
And like you guys mentioned, it all
They're not really
starts with the
reclaiming their
masterminds
throne. That throne's
behind
been tossed
everything.
around already by now.
the architects behind, well, I say architect, but these people are the ones responsible essentially for the performance. Zaya and Age, which coach Tech Stump, as well as
Rave.
and Ray from the side of RRQ. Man, they have a lot to do right here, but for RRQ, the fact that they are able to do so well despite so many different changes, I mean, a lot of people, I mean, full disclaimer, including myself, were quite concerned with their performance, but we have been very pleasantly surprised. So I think Coach Zaya has the right idea in mind, and now given even more time to develop this team, you have to wonder how can what does RRQ have in store for Evo's Legends?
Yeah, we'll see from their history even, right? Taking a look at the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times that they have met.
I just want to say something. Can I point something out? MPL ID took this from NACT. They used to only do predictions. They never did the amount of games that teams would win. They also started doing like what they do for was it MSC that they did it? Like they showed like the casters and how good they're guessing games and stuff. That was never a thing. NACT did it first. NACT did it first. Like showing like this, like how well a caster is guessing stuff. Like it showed like it gave like the casters points and like who had the most correct guesses and who had the most wrong guesses. I know that they've always had predictions, but not. They do it for every game. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. But MSC started doing. I'm talking about like showing
Evos
like
have only won 3 of
like a
them.
scorecard for casters on how well they're doing.
RRQ from season 9 to season 11, and I think even up to season 12, it does seem like RRQ have been the more consistent team. Unfortunately, though, Evos always have that trump card. Whenever you bring up stats, they will always just say, who won M1?
Yeah, well,
I mean, they also have the comeback, their legendary comeback strategy, or I don't know, passive.
match point evos.
And their
Match
second
point
shield.
evos.
Don't remember, don't forget their second shield, ISF.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
Okay. Looking at the last time that they met, it was a 3-2 win for Evos. We all remember how that went down.
yeah, I certainly do. And but this is the thing right here. It's not the same roster for both these teams, so we're looking forward to a new look from both these teams, right? It could be completely different, or maybe considering the stakes and how familiar this atmosphere feels, they might just end up defaulting to the usual RRQ and Evos we've come to know in these big matches. But here's a player head-to-head by head
NACT is the pro league now.
and shoulders between Dreams
We'll
and
ne-
Naomi.
We will
Average
probably
damage
never
taken
have
is
the
higher
name
for Dreams,
MPL,
as well as the kill participation, which means
which is
that
okay.
they do a lot more team fighting. Whereas for RRQ, the fact that the average KDA is higher for Naomi just speaks for itself. A much more aggressive style that's really in line with the kind of tempo, the kind of pace that RRQ really likes to push onto their opponents.
Very active as well, right? A lot of plays were created on the back of Naomi, especially when he's given his comfort heroes like the Franco, like the Kaja, which is why in the Keys to Victory it was so important to shut it down. Make sure Naomi doesn't get his hands on these play-making heroes. And it's just focused back onto Dreams. There's been...
Dago! Wait, am I the only one seeing this? Do I have to take a picture of it? Deku, on your Discord, are a bunch of people's names just letters? Wait, it's not on my phone. It's only on my computer. I have to take a screenshot. So it's not actually like that. Why is my computer doing this? Quirky. Deku. Love you, broski. I mean it, bro. I really do. Let me send a picture real quick. Bro, everyone's name is weird. Maybe it's only people that I'm friends with on Discord. It only happens on the desktop. It's not happening on my phone.
Legends. Before, we were so used to
So I guess
more
it's not.
dynamic initiation coming in from Evo's looking for flanks. Ijume and Dreams a little bit more active around the map. But now, yesterday especially in their match, I saw that Hijume on the Kadira was very passive. Why?
I think it's more so just the fact that we're very chaotic. This is for Hijume, right? The way he plays it, passive, it was because Geek fans
Anti-drama drama
understand how
club.
to witness or how to withstand
I love
the
that.
flanks. And I think this is kind of the same when it comes down to RRQ, a very systematic team. But maybe it's the opposite. Maybe because they're so systematic, maybe because they're so formulaic in a good way, Evos can crack that with a bit of chaos from the Kadira, with some flanks, some creative flanks. Because Hijume, he's been on and off as a player. I would say that he hasn't been super consistent, but whenever he is at his peak, he is very creative. The way he tackles these engages, these flanks in the game.
And creativity is definitely something you need when you're going up against a team like RRQ, like Evos even, because when it comes to the mid game, it all becomes a bit more formulaic, and once it comes down to defaults, like, okay, Lord spawning, everyone will do the same thing. Clear the far side wave, gather around for a setup on the Lord. When you're creative, you can find opportunities right there to cut off someone mid-rotation, to get a pick off, or to even surprise your opponents by lying in wait in a bush near the contested areas. So I think the creativity will definitely play a huge role, especially if the game goes into those later stages.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome you into the drafting phase of the first game of the Classical Derby. RRQ, blue side, Evo's red side. Kadita already banned out here, as well as the Joy. And talking about the bans, I want to know what happens if Versik is not given Baxia and the Fredrin. What if it gets taken away from him? What if they respect ban it out here in the first phase?
Well, there's only one thing I have to say to
right.
Arashi if that happens. Arashi, since your team is playing
RQ
today,
versus Evos.
God bless you.
Nah, bro, God bless you.
God did.
God did.
God did.
God did.
And we'll see if God blesses RQ or Evos, or maybe both. Make it an equal match here. Joy and Ling banned out. They're trying to target Taz, that killing pressure that he has.
Meanwhile, for Evos, though, they're banning away the Kadira, so it's a good flex pick. And knowing that now Clay has been more comfortable playing on these aggressive heroes, these pick-off heroes as well, him on the Kadira is surprisingly, considering how he's been playing these artillery heroes, has been surprisingly dangerous. So I think it's a great move from Coach Age to respect Clay and his pick-off potential.
I agree, and in conjunction to the kill pressure that Naomi has and his pick-off, the way that it just goes in hand, that's something to be feared. And here it is, finally, Baxia being taken out. We saw RRQ just steamroll over their
August
enemies
7th,
in the
Project
early game
India.
with Baxia in the hands of Versik. Without it, will
Are
he
you guys
pick
really
up
gonna have it?
something
And
like
how are
the
you gonna pull
Fredrin
that
here,
one
the
off?
first phase to be able to flex? Or does he have something else in store?
Is everyone going to be on
That's the main
VPNs?
question here.
Well, in a way, right? His situation is quite similar to Selly Boy, I must say. They used to be very high mechanical assassin players, but they're prone to overextending, prone to getting caught. So, in a way, they have the same exact solution. Put that player on a tanky, aggressive fighter. Baxia and Fredrin is usually the options that Versik definitely not.
Let's skip ahead a little bit.
Early game.
Vita ban, Joy
Absolutely
ban,
made
Ling
it
ban,
work.
Fanny ban.
Teams have done their homework. This is a battle
Claude
of
gets banned,
the two
Angela's
teams'
still open.
pride. Zaya taking
Valentina's still
Taz's
open.
Heroes out. Meanwhile, Age going for a little bit of a more multi-dimensional route. 3 prio picks, 3 taken out. Now,
Fredrin
Skyler,
open.
there's a comment from him.
Basha's
There's so
still
many heroes
open.
I can play
No,
besides
Basha's
Claude.
not open.
I'm not worried about respect bans because I'm ready with other marksmen besides Claude. Yes, Beatrix.
Ooh. All right, just getting involved. But now it turns out the first pick is going to be that Paquito. Very
Paquito.
high in the pick rate, very high in the win rate as well. In the hands of Banana, it's definitely a huge problem. And unfortunately, Fluffy, who likes the Paquito, he won't be allowed to get his hands on this
Ritz.
boxing prodigy.
Definitely, and it's also a high flex coming in from RRQ. It could be placed in
right?
several different lanes. Evos Legends, how are they going to respond to this? Do you think they're going to go for a Valentina, perhaps,
Yep.
taking away from Clay, giving Hijume a comfort hero as well?
And Kaja.
Kaja. So
Kaja's
Kaja,
open too.
Valentina.
Yeah.
Kaja
I think
Valentina, it's kinda
Kaja here
squishy
would
in the
work
early
for
lane.
Evo's Legends, unless they want to just see what RQ wants to go
Oh,
for first.
Beatrix
They go
Eve.
for the Beatrix and the Eve now. They want to see if RQ want to take up the Franco or the Kaja. Then they can respond it over with something like an Atlas or a Kufra. There's something to counter, something to go up against the 2 pick-off heroes that RQ have found so much success on.
Let's take a look at this comment here by Kabe. I predict RQ will win it 2-1 against Evo, seeing Versik fired up and seeking redemption yesterday. I want to see his expression facing his former team Evos. And we saw on the poster, right? Versik facing his ex.
X-Team.
Legit ex, yeah.
Yeah, legit
He
indeed.
moved on quick.
Real
Moved
quick.
on
buddy.
quick.
For Evos right now, securing the backline, that's a great move, but it also opens up the potential for RRQ to counter it.
Oh.
Get all these dive heroes, maybe a Terizla, maybe Yu Zhong, or even an assassin to help with the backline. Turns out they want to match Evos in that artillery department, and they're going for an equally solid front to back, but the carry is less
Okay.
flexible.
Counter the Eve. Evos Legends.
Now, right? That has been one of the doubts that has been
I gotta go pee.
lingering for RRQ
I gotta go.
this season.
I'll be right back.
What will happen if Skyler doesn't get Claude or Beatrix? Denied away and banned out. No Beatrix, no Claude. You see this carry, and as predicted, the Kaja comes in. Now, it's in Age's, the ball is in Age's court. He can now ban out the Kufra, and maybe even the Franco from Naomi.
If it goes down to that, it means that Evos will have the huge, overwhelming advantage when it comes to pickoffs, right? They can slow someone down with the Eve, use the real-world manipulation, and then secure it with the Divine Judgment as well. For RRQ, this means that they require some kind of crowd control immunity or tankiness to sustain through all the burst attempts from Evos in order to turn it around. The pick that comes to mind is a Grok, but at this point, I don't think Coach Age will let it slide, but
There you
no.
go.
Initially, it's gonna be this coup for a first.
What about Atlas?
For Naomi,
Yeah,
it's definitely a pick that would work against a Beatrix.
I think it's an option.
It is an option, but it's, I don't know, up against a Kaja, this matchup, right? I think it's very skill dependent. It's a skill diff. It's a skill matchup. If the Kaja goes for the engage first and the Atlas gets bursted down by the Beatrix, it's done.
I don't doubt Naomi though. That's a problem, right?
What about the Natalia this game? I think it's a bit too risky.
Against a Divine Judgment, it's definitely a risky maneuver. But for RRQ, the same problem still stands. Against a Beatrix and a Kaja, it's essentially the same combo as in Franco Beatrix. It means that anyone gets hooked, gets hit with that ultimate.
Vanguard
someone
should have
needs
been
to
top.
sustain through that. But they're the ones banning away the
I don't
Charisma,
know.
wanting to make sure that Evos doesn't get to dive in the back line.
They weren't.
This might also
They
mean
lost.
that
That's
are
life.
set on putting this
Means it
Keto
wasn't meant to
in
happen,
the
bro.
EXP lane. So knowing that,
Sad life.
Evos, they can still ban out this Fredrin to ensure
Bro,
that Fairshot is
Turizla
put in a
is
very uncomfortable situation.
I think
like
I don't
that.
know
like
why
that you
it's the
pointed out
most
Fredrin, because
surprising to
I
me,
was about to say that as well.
but it's surprising
Right
to me
now,
that
going
he
for
is
a
like
Roman
the
would
meta
work,
pick.
but I think the Fredrin
He's
just
one of the
gives them
meta
so
EXP
much
lanes
more
right
room to
now.
play with. You've already said it. RRQ, they play through the trio mid, and they need an independent jungler who can clear fast and have CC to set up. But it is still
Ken,
time,
did you
though.
go watch the Barbie
First
movie?
prediction from me, they are still respecting Naomi a bit more, and they think without that mobility,
What
it's
about
all
you,
good.
Ritz?
Fredrin has lockdown, but it's not a Baksha.
Not a box here, but without any suppression, this also means that Evos potentially might be using an assassin, right? There's nothing wrong with Taz being on an assassin, with the Fanny and Ling being banned out, as well as the Joy. A lot of focus here on denying assassins with the vulnerable backline. There's still the landslide.
Very
to be
front to
played around
back on
with.
the side of
Can be built
RQ.
hybrid as well. Plenty of
Paquito
flexibility in
could
that
still
pick,
flex.
which is usually what Coach Age really enjoys having in his composition. For RRQ,
With the
though,
Kaja,
gotta be that Uranus
no kitty.
denied away from the hands
You
of
can't be
Fluffy.
in here,
Yeah,
kitty.
they're still sticking to
You
the
always try to
EXP
mess stuff
lanes
up.
here. If the Keto is placed there, it is going to give them a bit of a
No.
better time in that matchup. So
No.
this leaves a few options.
Come here.
Since Joy was taken away, Martis, Bane, and Fredrin, these are the three heroes that I feel could be contested, as well as the Lancelot that you mentioned earlier. Do they want to leave it to flex later on, or do they want to pick it up now, is the question.
I'm more of an
The
Oppenheimer
answer is
guy.
I was
Oh,
so
wow.
really
Brilliant.
forgot.
I want to watch the
This is
bombs
beautiful,
drop.
and this is, well, it's not a flex pick anymore with the Kanja picked up. It's going to Fluffy's hands. Arrival Akai.
Wow. I can't believe I'm seeing it yet again, but hey, in a weird way, it does work. And with if this is going to be an Akai in the EXP lane,
Kai does work.
there's still the Hayabusa, which in the right hands is definitely a huge problem, especially
get
with
this
both teams
cat
having
outta
such
here.
vulnerable backliners. For RRQ right now, there's the moment of truth. They need a front line, they need some crowd control, a lot of issues here that they haven't solved in the drafting phase.
Ooh, what do they go for? What would they choose for Naomi here? What's left?
The Grok is available, funny
Grok,
enough.
Atlas, Martis. Okay, Grok, Fredrin
All right.
is their choice here.
So Fredrin, in a way, against this team where the damage isn't exactly full burst, there's a chance for the Appraiser's Wrath to come in really handy in the later stages of the engagements, but against the Divine Judgment, it's definitely
Nicolette
still a
playing
huge
NACT?
relief
She's
because
not. I talked
no
to
one can
her.
come in and save him
She's taking
if
this
that
season
even
off.
comes to play. For Evos right here, are they finally going to expose if this is
You thought
indeed
Turizla was a
a
female?
arrival Akai?
I think now, with a lot of
That's
CC
funny.
from RRQ,
Just like this buff ass
Evos
chick.
already
It's kind of
have a lot
similar to
damage. What
like.
they don't have is an executor.
It'd be
Martis.
like it's like
Good
Hilda's
choice to go for, but
sister
they're hovering over Hellkurt.
that
First
turned
Hellkurt
evil.
pick in MPL Indonesia
way.
season 12.
Hilda's
Yes, it's
evil
going to be
sister.
locked in here. He's already hovering over it. Oh,
Wait a
they're
minute.
teasing us. They're teasing us.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
Hellkurt.
it's locked in.
Hellkurt's
Oh,
actually not a bad pick right now, I think.
And now I'm going to enjoy this match. Ladies and gentlemen, the debut of Hellkurt here. Let's see if it's going to work out.
EXP lane
I like
Akai.
experimental. This is something that we could expect coming in from Coach
Kumusta?
Age himself.
Mustafa.
The question is it going to work? Hellkurt.
I think, funny enough, it's gonna depend on the movement of the back to the main point, the initial triple mid lane situation here. Whoever has the advantage, whoever has the bush control, the superior setup, will have a bit more of an advantage because Hellkurt is still vulnerable. So is Kaja, depending on whether or not they are the ones walking into that bush. So I think tempo becomes a big question for both these teams right here.
I agree. Tempo, vision is also going
Florence
to play
Poe's
a
and
huge
Oppenheimer.
factor. Hellkurt has the
I have a
kill
crush on
pressure,
Florence
but
Poe
his
too.
animation of his kills, it's so slow. You can actually dodge out of it. So once again, a skill, a matchup.
She's probably like my
But with that,
favorite
ladies and gentlemen, welcome
new
to
Marvel
the first
character.
game of the Classical Derby, Leg 1. RRQ going against Evo's Legends here.
Classical
Let's
Derby.
see if the Hellkurt is going to work out. But again, the tease. It's always the tease.
It's okay. It's okay. It gives us time to dissect
like a
the
tease.
emblems. It gives us time.
Everyone
to
likes
set
a good
more
tease,
hype,
Eterna.
Making it a bit more tense for you guys back
Luckily,
at
I
home.
get
We
to
were
skip
teaming
it.
for the Hellkurt pick.
Luckily, I get to skip it.
Very old cool here. He's going to play.
We want to get straight to the good stuff. We don't feel like a tease today.
Welcome you, ladies and gentlemen, to the land
All right.
of dawn. And here it
Let's break it
is.
down.
And finally, we get to see the Classical Derby on such different terms unfold before our very eyes. Naomi, actually, he's going to clear this mid side.
Ooh. Potentially trying to go
Naomi on the
for
roam does have
faster
big
level
set
4. That
potential.
could be
They have a
what
lot
they're
of ways
looking
to
for.
deal with the
Brands was able
Eve.
to leash the
But
jungle
Fluffy
tier for Taz
on
the
the Sakai and the
Hellkurt,
XP lane is
helping
kind of the wild
vulnerable
card,
early
right?
game,
Like,
but now Naomi shoots
could
dreams
work,
away.
it could not work.
As
If it
you
does
mentioned,
work,
Dreams is
it
just
could be a
so
really
annoying,
big problem.
So aggressive and active,
especially
when the game just begins, trying to
with
find
that,
more options for his
the
team.
pressure from the
Looking at
Divine
rest of the
Judgment,
emblems, though,
and then you
we see
add
the
that up
weapon
with
master
the Dark
on
Knight
hands
Falls,
of Clay, so he is
there's
looking
just
to
a lot
do
of possibilities
serious damage the longer the game goes in.
to
Yeah,
catch
that makes
RQ off
sense,
guard
right?
this
Why
game.
we saw that the
RQ's
ending
lineup,
was
I feel like, is a little
coming
more
from Naomi that
straightforward.
way. The reason
They
is
have
the
damage, they
mobility
have
in the early
CC.
game already is really great from the Farsa.
They have a nice
If they
front to
get the
back
proper pickoff,
composition.
it can translate onto more pressure.
All they
and
have to
give
do
more
is just
space,
play their
but
game
look
right.
At this, Dreams, Hijime Taz, they don't care. They're going in for an invade, it looks like.
Forcing a retry out. Versick clears it out, still able to time it perfectly.
How are the volume
for
levels
The turtle. That's going to be spawning in
between
28
the
seconds
stream and my
in the
voice?
equipment by Dunya Games, Arashi.
Well, the equipment
I just
doesn't
want to hear
say
Arashi
much
talk
so
about
far,
emblems. I need to
but
hear
it sort
some
of
nerd
goes to
talk
shows
about
you,
the
right?
emblems, because
Naomi
that's
wants to
the
do
main
much
thing I'm
he
lacking
needs
it
to wither
right
or
now.
withstand all these crowd control tools that Evos has. On the other hand, by the way, Ferrisek was able to secure the gold buff, so already a small victory. But here, with the first turtle coming up, now you can see what focus is. What is the focus? Because Fluffy has a rival to the top side. Wait, he won't be there for the turtle fight.
Fluffy has a rival.
He's
Oh
putting
shit.
pressure onto Skylar.
That's interesting.
Instead. Looking for that trade. RRQ should have the space to get this without contest. Dreams only opening up.
And the way they
vision
do it,
here,
they
good
send
information
Hijime
for
down
his
to
team,
EXP.
But there you go. RRQ, a small
That
win
could be
here in the early
interesting.
phase.
Oh. Very interesting move there from Evo's Legends. Let's take a look at the tower prediction by Samsung Galaxy S23 Series 5G. Only me and Mr. Polong is gone for Evo's Legends here. But let's go backtrack a bit. Arrival up top, I thought it was to deny the minions here, just to zone Skylar away, but the lane was shoved in by Brands, yeah? So Skylar didn't really lose much.
Yeah, didn't really achieve as much as we would expect that arrival spell. I mean, it's a very costly investment, right? Bringing an arrival, so you don't have a flicker, you don't have any other tools, and Fluffy on the bot side fails to initiate a play. They seem to be okay with it though. But in the mid lane, this is where it gets a bit dicey here. Who gets the first pick off? That is the main question. Naomi
Oh,
goes in.
nice knock up.
Charge, gonna be able to
That's
lock
it.
now.
Dreams
First
goes down.
blood. RRQ strikes first in this game. Evo's
Nothing major
Legends
though. 800 gold
very
lead.
slow to react.
There you go. The synergy, right,
Oh.
between Naomi as well as Clay.
Oh, Brand's in
that
trouble now.
initiation of Brands needs to be careful. Naomi's
That's a lot of damage.
That's a flicker in by Clay, and it's a secure
That
Brands.
hurts.
Got really thirsty for that solo kill, flickered forward and paid the price.
He was very close, though, right? And if he was able to get that kill, that would prevent Skylar from popping off even further. But now RQ with a 1,100 gold lead.
The mage
Is
gets
that the
level
weakness
4 though.
finder? Finding value, slowing him down so he can't secure
gets level 2.
that kill.
Plus
Might
you get
just
the
be.
mid wave.
Whatever it is for now.
So you get a little
it's
more
like
XP
RRQ
if
still
you
has
send the mage to
tempo.
EXP.
And that's what you come to expect, right? Pakiro in the side lane. Carry 1v1 is deceptively high damage actually. And in the mid lane, a Farsa and Fredrin is usually already such a huge problem. And now with the addition of a Grok, it's definitely a big issue. And Dreams now
Hey
gets stuck
Tahira,
on
how's it
again.
going?
Wild charge
Oh!
and the damage, the collapse. Oh, and Hijime taken low.
This is a
Forced to
problem.
back
Now it's
away.
becoming a problem.
No regen and no chance to fight out in the turtle.
Does Naomi ever miss? if he's on the Kaja, Franco, Grok now. What was
Naomi's
that
doing
pick
good over
coming
here,
in?
man. I'm
That's
happy that
the
Naomi's in
perfect
RRQ now.
timing as well for RRQ to secure that turtle once again. 2 already in the pockets of RRQ.
It comes down to the clearing again. Because in the mid lane, you can say Hijime is struggling so much to match the clear coming from Clay as well as Naomi, right? The power of nature is such a underrated wave clear tool. Looking at the items right now, Demon Hunter Sword finished for Taz. So
I finally went to the
bit of a
doctor
spike in
today.
damage, but Skylar also has the crow.
I had a stuffy nose for too long. I got some
Afrin
Afrin for my nose, and I got some antibiotics.
Be a lot harder for you to escape.
This is like the first day. I've never used Afrin before. I didn't know it actually worked that well. My nose has actually been clear since 10 p.m. today.
He's on the Hell
Oh my god.
Not too
The doctor
active
told
on the
me
map
not
just
to
yet.
use it
No
more than
pickoffs
3 days
just
in a row,
yet.
though, because your body can get
What's the
addicted
game plan
to
here
it.
for Taz?
One big fight is the game plan right now. Good silence. Wow. Takes Naomi out instantaneously, right with the Divine Judgment.
See, and when you pair that up, all right, so
See, Evo's Legends,
here's the possibilities, right? When you
they are
pair that up with the Dark
specialists
Knight
at
Falls,
pickoffs with this composition.
RQ has to
do
like,
better in these team fights.
it's like, do
So
we even
it's
go
all
in there? We
about
can't even
who
see what's
uses, who
happening over
executes
there.
better.
Well, keep in mind as well, right now, there's a pickup for Evos, but there's nothing on the map.
Yep.
Whereas when RRQ went for that pickoff, they were able to get turtles, towers, solo kill pickoffs, shutting down Brands as well. And now, look at that. First tower has fallen, and RRQ, with more ground, with more control around these objectives, they can look for more pickoffs.
Well, Fluffy's gonna get engaged on now. Banana giving some damage. Fluffy, wow, first item immortality here. He's gonna look for some big engages later on, and that might be the reason for the immortality first item. He knows he's gonna dive deep inside of RQ's front to back composition.
Still though, picking up that item so early on definitely raises a bit of few eyebrows for sure. Fluffy though has just recalled with the
I know this is random,
popping up,
but
so
I can't
he has
believe
the
TOB
arrival
didn't win a
to make
I mean, I
plays
can't
with.
believe
He is
OP
not
didn't win a
going
single game in
to the opposite
MSC.
side of the map. He is moving down the mid lane.
Yeah, he wants to go in for the all-in.
Divine Judgment, Nibiru's Passion, real world manipulation into the Stinger coming down. Now the heavy spin locking Naomi down as the real world manipulation does its work for the airstrike canceled out. Dreams gonna be able to put that ring down, but now is gonna be slain by Clay, who picks up a killing spree. 2 for 1 in favor of Evo. So Brands looking for that one last snipe, but Clay is able to evade from it, flaps his wings and gets away.
All right, that's a good trade for Evo's Legends. But even then, it doesn't look like they're looking to secure any objectives. They had the option to do so, but Taz was so far up in the top side, looking for perhaps to push onto that top tower, and they're not gonna get a turtle for it.
The issue for Evos right now is also the lack of damage, right? The turtle is getting taken so slow.
Evos?
If they don't really go for it immediately, it's
try
going
to
to be
make
very
the play
difficult.
here.
And Naomi now is looking for a chat, but he gets
Turtle
pulled
gets
instead.
reset. Oh, Naomi goes down. Well played.
The pickoff. Evos
Good
are taking it
space
very
by
slow.
Brands
now they
there.
have a man advantage. No real initiation tool. Hijime poked down. Heavy spin, baited out. RQ. They get a small little win here as they take control back
Much for
of the
Taz.
turtle.
But wait a minute, they're still centering around it. For the second time, it
Resets
does
again.
get resetted earlier on by Naomi, and now it's going to be resetted once again. RRQ, it looks like they want to contest it, and Evo's Legends, they're just retreating. No fight whatsoever.
Well, Brands is forced to go in the top side to clear that wave and shows you again, RRQ, high tempo gameplay, but the macro game is still very much in consideration. Right now, we are forcing the arrival onto the tower in the bot side. Fluffy will get chunked down, but for RRQ, getting the turtle is already such a huge win. And the timing of everything just falls into play.
24 to
so well.
21.
And Brands didn't even get the tower in the top
RQ
lane.
holding a pretty big advantage.
Man, Banana was already there. He knew what Brands was trying to do. Skylar gets more damage on the turret in the bottom side. Just a little bit of a nudge, and it's going to fall for RRQ. They're winning it out on all trades, but Taz goes in for a play.
Dark Knight Falls is only all to distract here as Brands picks the turret up. No, he doesn't.
Ah,
Good
so
airstrike and
close.
Good zone from Fiersick. Banana is lingering around that topside river.
Yeah, they
Evo's
knew.
Legends are
They had a
forced
feeling
back.
Banana was there. That
Look
could
at
have
the
been
pressure
bad.
of this Paquito, though. The top turret is once again taking a beating from the minions without RRQ. You need to do anything. It's all Banana just having the preemptive maneuvers. Brands is once again pulled away, and this could be a chance for RRQ to go for a fight, but they're just waiting. They have no issue just farming up and going for the plays only when there's an objective that they are really gunning for.
So we finally see Hellcurt being put in. here at MPL ID Season 12, but so far, we haven't really seen the impact of the Hellcurt pick, Arashi.
He hasn't been able to secure any real pickoffs. The ultimate is great, but when your team is coordinated, it might be a bit too idealistic to assume that they're going to panic.
Good world manipulation. Oh! Fluffy makes a good play.
Diving deep into back line. Fersic isolated and taken out. 26
well
seconds
done, well done.
They still have time.
Dreams, though. Dreams, man.
Stunned up now. No divine judgment. Skylar locks him down, takes him out. Brands is looking to deal some more damage. Roamer for jungler.
Well, again, they used everything. They secured the jungler, but the Lord isn't up yet. They finally get a turret, but look at that, the banana!
Oh, miss
Forcing
flicker.
that
Miss flicker.
out from Brands, a massive resource. 115
I mean, not a miss flicker. For some
seconds
reason,
on
I
that
thought banana
cooldown,
flickered.
And it gives RRQ the right amount of time, right amount of space.
Kai arrival,
And
bro.
now
It's
pressure
meta, what you mean,
the
bro?
board.
Yeah, Persic is now back up into the land of Dawn, so despite the pick, that should have been worth it for Evo's Legends. The timing just wasn't really right. Persic is already near, ready to go in for that 50-50. Let's see their levels. Persic 12. Taz is actually 13, so Taz should have an advantage when it comes down to this. It really depends on how the rest of the members go for this. Are they going to go for CC, perhaps, onto Taz? But I don't know if they know where he is just yet.
Right now, Madreams is looking for that ring. Coming down, Bennett's Rage and a Divine
Nice
Judgment.
play.
Locking him down, but he has that immortality. Now it's all out.
Dreams
Buffy
always getting caught off, bro.
Buffy forced to run away. Naomi
Banana's doing a
chasing
great
down
job.
Right now. Banana, in the midst of it all, he flickers out and he gets
Finding
the
the backside,
safety.
man.
RWM now onto Clay, still able to fly out. Ferrising with a flank. Going in, taunting Hijime out. Brands is all alone. He let himself be in that position, and Skylar takes him out. Shutdown
bro.
for Skylar.
A bit of an overcommit by Brands. You cannot put yourself in that kind of situation, buddy.
Does
Two
it
members
work?
down right here, and RRQ with relatively healthy HP bars seem to be going for it. They need to be rushed though, because the top lane is pushing.
Oh!
Taken
What is
out.
going
Skylar
on?
killing spree. He's hitting that
Guys,
power spike.
what are y'all
That is
doing?
A big power spike for RRQ. 11
They're
minutes
just
in, first
walking
Lord
into the slaughter.
over to the Kings of Kings.
You guys
They're
were
walking
talking
up
about
with a sign on their
blessings
forehead that says,
earlier
"Kill
on
me."
Before this match even
God did.
begun, let's talk about RRQ's blessings just now. Evos went in for a pick. They weren't even able to get it. Dreams gets caught behind the wall that was placed by Naomi. Gets picked off, and the rest
Nice
is
pull,
history.
nice pull, nice pull, nice pull.
He pulls Ferristic out of the Bennett's Rage, but Taz in the back. Wow, that damage, forcing him over to nature.
Nice pull.
Taz takes Naomi out of the back, Banana!
Bro, Banana's on fire this
Kill.
game. Can we be real?
He's a boxer, but he's also an assassin. Now Taz jumps forward, Banana gets out, takes some damage, but he is able to maneuver out of that place.
I mean, so far we haven't seen the arrival be
PBB
clutch.
for you.
I mean, I don't think it's like, I think
Keto
it's,
Banana bless.
I think it can be an underrated skill. Like, I think it could be used more than what we see in Mobile
I
Legends.
might be wrong here, but
But
I think
but
Skylar
this
might have
game
been
it is
saved
not.
by the heavy spin earlier. We saw that Taz was jumping on him as
We
well.
haven't
but
seen it
Fluffy
used well at all
was
yet.
pushing him away from that situation. Whatever the result is, now with the Lord coming in, RRQ are extending their lead, extending their domination, going for all the other structures on the map. And now with no turrets outside their base, Evos, they are looking to get caged inside their own safe space.
Yeah, I felt like their resources didn't really synergize too well with one another. The other thing that you mentioned, and the other thing that Mirko mentioned as well, was Brands. His ultimate, it didn't connect because of Dreams going in for his.
I have a feeling it's going to end up
Unfortunate.
being
It could have
clutch,
been a really
but
good pick off onto Persic, but I don't know. I guess.
I mean,
that's
with
what
the
happens when you
Akai,
have a lot
right?
of heavy CCs
Just because
that
of
causes
positioning
displacement,
reasons,
sometimes it just doesn't work out the
like
way
if
that
he
you
can get to
intended
the other
to.
side of the team, it
And by
could
the way,
definitely
on the
become
note of the
clutch.
arrival,
But
Fluffy has just used it again, and it seems like the main use of it is to deny damage on the turrets, which is an interesting strategy. But
that too.
at this point, if you're this far behind, is saving a single turret what you want to do compared to like getting a massive flicker engage with a heavy spin? I'm not quite sure if I agree with the selection, but on the damage dealt, Clay is all the way up there, even more than Hijime, so he is definitely also
Watch for Banana.
one of the main targets. But with two
I love the
different
fact that
types of
Paquito's
damage,
back in the meta
and two
hard.
really far apart heroes.
He's
for the
such an
meta
exciting
RRQ.
hero to
Evos, they're
to
struggling
watch.
to find something.
Heavy spin.
There he goes.
Taz
Watch him,
able
watch
to
him, watch him
secure.
into the backside
Oh,
again.
Banana brings Fluffy back
Fluffy
into the feather airstrike
taking a little bit of
zone.
damage.
That real world
RWM comes
manipulation
out from Hijime.
was very far-fetched. Evo's Legends now, they've lost a lot of their resources to just defend, to just get through. And that purple buff is taken. Taz, is he even? has he hit his power spike, right? Taz on the Hellcurt. Counter-Strike, Blade Heptases, DHS, Melvic Roar. Is that enough for Rashi?
It was level 15, and he was able to almost one-shot Banana, so there's definitely power there, but can he output the damage to the right people at the right time? Evos, go for it, though. It's
Come on,
Banana.
there you go. There you go. Good job, boys.
Suppression is enough now with no Banana. They don't need to care about the side lane, but RRQ. Skylar is on
Melton,
this
they're on a
ward.
time
Evos,
spree.
I
They're
don't
on a
think
time
they can make
spree.
it in time unless Fluffy makes
No.
a miracle play. Render's apathy. Taz jumping in, play with a flicker out. Oh, he's put it
That's
down.
worth it. That's worth it. That's worth it.
By
Taz!
Clay. He buys enough time.
Well played.
They secure the Lord, but they lose out on the team.
Well played.
For Naomi.
Oh! Skylar, what are you walking into, bro?
Naomi falls. Evo's legends are looking for more. Skylar forces a flicker.
Not another snipe shot, snipe shot, snipe!
Oh. He's still able to survive. Versick now loses his immortality as Brands guns him and takes him out.
Oh no, 4 members are gone from the side of RQ. Skylar, Banana finally gets back into the land of Dawn, but that nearly was a disaster for RRQ. The instant turnaround coming in from Evo's Legends as they make their way to get that turret in the mid side. That top lane is going to fall as well into the hands of
Hear the
Taz.
crowd.
And now things are a little bit more even in the
Evo's
land of Dawn. What was that gold lead? It shrunk to only 1.9k.
Oh, what a chain of events right there. One single pickoff, and Evos just went all in for it. They know they haven't been able to get the upper hand, the proactive moves. And there they know that with a man advantage,
that was
with the
exciting.
slows, with the movement speed coming in from the Hellcurt, they can just go all in and chase down the members of RRQ. With that happening once already, RRQ now will have a newfound respect for the
I got
chase
slippers
potential
on
for
right
Evos.
now. You know
And
what
that
they
means
say?
must play a lot more
Papa
careful.
Bear.
Banana needs to be
I got
more
my dad's
aware
slippers
of
on
the
right now.
situation on the map, lest he gets picked
My
off.
granddad, my grandpa
But
slippers
how
on right
intense
now.
was that?
My Papa
You
Bear
love,
slippers.
you hate to love to see it, right? The outplays coming in from both of the teams. The fact that Clay was able to survive that long as a Farsa against the Hellcurt, that shouldn't be legal. But look at this, a little bit more space coming in for Evos. They're going in for more.
Naomi's pin. The taunt is able to bring Fluffy back in now. He loses his immortality. The RW was placed down. Fluffy's going to be able to escape right now.
Banana onto Fluffy.
Banana.
Well played. Wait, what's going on here? What?
Oh! Running around now. Clay's looking for the kill.
Taz.
Flickers forward.
Look
Taz
at
has
Taz.
the immortality.
What's he
What is
doing?
now?
Taz,
Looking for him.
run!
Taz jumping
Run!
back and forth.
You got a flaker? You got a flaker still? You got a flaker? No.
And he will be shut down by Clay.
Whew, wow. Back and forth endeavor, but the bottom lane is getting pushed, and now
Go back.
he's tasked to clear it up. But for our
Go back? When did that happen? He just went for it. Banana was like, yeah, whatever, Taz. They literally definitely saw each other, and Taz is like, I'm going for it. Dark Knight falls. Bro, so close. I wouldn't say it was really desperate. I said it was a good play. I think it was a decent play, actually.
And he will be shut down by Clay.
whew, wow. Back and forth endeavor, but the bottom lane is getting pushed, and Naomi will be tasked to clear it up. But for RRQ, this is the RRQ we are used to, man. Just back and forth, not giving up an inch wherever it's possible. With 2 members down right here, there's going to be 5 seconds available for Taz to make it to the Lord. And while doing so, it means RRQ will have a huge setup advantage. As whoa, look at that burst damage. Feather Airstrike is definitely ramping up.
Banana's nasty, right? Banana's nasty. There's so much
No, I love Banana.
burst. Yeah, we all love
Potassium.
Oh, you mean
Banana,
the- yeah,
but
I
like
mean,
in a nasty
yes.
way. Like it's so good, and it becomes so nasty if he's not on your team. If Banana's given a signature hero like the Paquito, this is what happens.
Ken Konecki with the $2 donation.
On the back line, how is Bron supposed to deal that much damage if Banana isn't taken out first, like we saw earlier on?
Ken
So there's a
Kai
little bit
donated
more homework
$2
here
through
for
Super
Dreams,
Chat.
for,
Taz
I
Zane.
would say Taz as well to try pick
Taz
up Banana before
Zane.
this goes out, because
Taz over Zane?
man, he needs a
Taz
spicy
over
kill
Zane?
damage.
From Ken himself,
Ooh,
from
position.
the mouth
But
of
not-
Ken
oh,
himself.
Wow, great escape from RRQ. No conceal. And no heavy spin. 2 big resources used up by Evos. Banana jumping back in. Dreams has a divine judgment, not gonna go for it just yet for the airstrike, gonna be able to
Oh,
zone
Brand slide.
defensively by Dreams. Look at the flanks. Naomi
Beatrix
is
looks
looking
so
for it with
cool when
Skylar.
she slides
Meanwhile,
like that. Like when
down
she gets
below,
away from a play.
Halkert is waiting for
I don't
his
know why,
time.
but it's
Buffy
such a
moving forward,
smooth.
going to
It's
lose
probably
a
the
lot of
coolest
HP.
flicker in the game.
Stars!
Stars!
Like of his life. 3 members
One more
down
time.
for
Hold on, hold on. Fucking love Mirko.
Get another life. Buffy moving forward, going to lose a lot of HP. Dark Knight falls
Stars!
finds the flank of his life. 3 members down for RRQ.
Make that another one. Naomi gets chased down by Brands. He's gonna get taken down as well.
GG's.
Timers.
Banana
GG's.
against the world. I don't think it's
GG's.
possible, man. Evos, they make their move right here. Their rival even to deny the wave clear.
Silence down.
Oh!
Solo 1v4. He buys the winner.
That won them the game.
But it's only to delay the
That just won them
inevitable.
the game.
Evo's Legends, the comeback legends.
I mean, they had I think they
One
already won
minion
it. They had
as
a
the
wave
Waves
there.
Gets cleared out. 1-0.
Evo's Legends lead the series in this best of 3.
It's not
against
nonsense, Ritz.
RRQ.
Everyone had
That
one-letter
should have been
names.
Their game to lose. RRQ played it perfectly. They collapsed.
I thought like, I don't know, I thought maybe there was like something terrible happened in some country and everyone was doing it in respect to something, or like, I don't know, I just thought maybe I missed something in pop culture and for some reason everyone had a letter with a ... next to their name. I don't freaking know.
Kin Kai donated $2 through Super Chat. Don't get it twisted, BTK greater than Evos but Taz better.
Okay. Okay, I hear you, bro.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome back from the break where we had a fruitful discussion. And I agree. Okay. It wasn't blessed. It was calculated talent by Taz after looking at the replays.
Did we clear out what this was though?
What? Stack. It was stacked. I read
Stacked.
Skylar and Clay stacked.
Yep.
There.
Thank you for the donation, Ken.
Usually that's what
Yeah?
you would want to do, actually, right? I mean, usually you would want to stack up, group up together when you're up against a lot of dives, so that you guys.
Was honestly another
game number
layer
2.
that they can work around with.
Evos on
Meanwhile,
first
RQ, they're
pick.
kind of stuck
RQ
with
second
only
pick.
3. Baxia,
Band so far
Fredrin,
looking
and
about the
perhaps
same.
even the Martis pick up here for first set.
And one more thing I do want to add before we talk about the drafts here. The Halkert pick was great because the other picks already kind of forced Skylar to go for Flicker, right? If you go for Purify, you can actually purify the silence from Halkert's kit. So the fact that he went for the Flicker, it actually hurt him much more. He wasn't able to get out of the silence and pop that Wind of Nature.
And with that, let's see how
Taz with the flank.
Once again, Evos and RQ, they've actually swapped sides here. And the drafts, the bans coming in, quite peculiar. Kadita, Baxia once again respected away from RQ. Meanwhile, Joy and Fanny. So Ling still available here from RQ. Claude taken away as well from Skylar. To RQ, they can't ban out of Halkert first phase. It's too expensive.
And they might ban out something against Stave of Aggression. I get the feeling that they were really feeling the lack of impact that Naomi had in that game. On the Grok, he still was able to get pickoffs, but Grok is not meant to be a pickoff hero. And I think they were really feeling it. They're really wishing that they had a hook, they had a Divine Judgment, something of that nature. Well, now they ban out the Eve instead to deny that slow potential, the kite back potential maybe. And RRQ, I think they're going to prioritize the roam a bit more than in the first game. Because honestly, early on, it was still okay when they were spreading out. They sent Banana as the outlier, right? Standing on the sides of Evos. But as a result, Naomi had to pick. Does he want to engage? Does he want to frontline? Or does he want to protect the backline? And having to do 2 of those jobs at the same time is a bit too much, I think, for Naomi. So I think they're going to try and find a composition that's a bit more balanced.
The way they're drafting now, though, it's still the same routes. There's no changes whatsoever for the side of Evo's Legends. They lose out on the Eve pick, so they go for the Valentina first pick. But this does give RRQ a chance to go for the Beatrix here. They can go for the Beatrix and maybe the Kaja. this time around, securing 2 good picks for Skylar and Naomi.
I also want to point out that lane is open this time around, right? So that's definitely something that can be tossed up between both of these teams. They go for the Paquito for Banana. Once again, a power hero for him, and they go for the Beatrix.
It's kind of funny, right? Skylar was saying, I have plenty of other marksmen. He picks the carry, doesn't succeed, goes back to the Beatrix. I mean, it is what it is. Now with a combo, essentially, a Paquito and Beatrix can be chained together. But for Evos, they're definitely gonna pick a suppressed hero here. I don't think they really want to deal with Naomi on a suppressed hero unless they have one of their own. So I think they're gonna try and put something in the hands of Dreams.
If you had to choose between Kaja and Franco, which hero would you choose?
Oof, that's a tough.
I would still say Kaja because
Kaja.
I don't trust my hooks enough.
Yeah, exactly. It's whether or not the hooks can prevail. But right now for Evos, one of their win conditions
Well,
is
there's
to
your
contest
Franco.
that Franco pick. Along with a Terizla, this means they're solid team fight, solid disengage. Essentially,
Naomi's
solid
smiling in
zoning
this
for the
picture.
back line.
That's
But
rare.
with the hook, does Naomi want to go up against it using the Kaja, or does he want to default back to
In the first game, White Franco in the second. First game up against a carry. You're all top of the clay power.
here right here now with
All right, very similar to last game for
But
RRQ.
honestly, best player.
They
in
banned
League
the
One.
Hellcurt this
The guy
time.
who stood out the most was Clay.
Evo
Not
spans
Nate.
out the Kaja.
Clay.
well an appearance here for quite
Take it.
Bro, Banana on this Paquito
Depends
is
on that-
mean, bro.
Yeah. Koof, RRQ, Kaja.
It's very mean.
There's no way if they really are
It's dangerous.
I re
Export. See what Evo. See,
Paquito
that's where it gets a bit.
X-Borg.
You think
KB.
X-Borg jungle?
KB, GGWP.
Is it
The man
finally
himself,
happening,
Indonesia,
guys?
Has been spamming the X-Borg, and he says, yeah, the X-Borg's pretty good in
solid, he
jungle
says.
and an XP.
Is it finally happening?
all right. Well, Paquito in the
X-Borg
is also
jungle.
the person who has played
I've been
before
talking about
RRQ,
this for ages.
So still options available, but for Evos, they sense a dive coming. They go for that Bane and the Brody. So this is a very short range composition, but they have a long range engage in the iron hooks. The hook or
Or is it X4
He pulls
EXP?
on this in a while.
oh boy. So pick
X-Borg
off against pick
EXP.
off, but suppression
X4 EXP.
against the way of the dragon. All right, well, it's a bit of a peculiar matchup, and I think
And
it's
they
a
will
lot
be happy.
riskier
Area
for
77 will
RRQ
be
for
happy.
Sure. For Evos right now,
Foggy.
it's all about just waiting for the hook and pushing your opponents away, because with a Terizla, with a Brody, with the Valentina and Franco, you have so many ways to threaten your opponent and make them
And
move
a land of
away from the
exports.
areas you want to control.
And yet still, my question hasn't been answered here, Arashi. Who's going to be in the jungle for RRQ? X-Borg,
I think swap, great.
They swapped.
Paquito jungle. All right, with that, ladies and gentlemen, let us know your thoughts on the drafts, because we're going straight into game number 2, potentially the last game of this classic derby. RQ, they're backed in a corner. Will they be able to crawl themselves out and force a game number 3?
To the start again, Arashi, Skylar
Jungle
in the mid
Bane.
lane, clearing it out, and then going to the gold lane.
All right, well, that is
Naomi
certainly
Chow.
something that is gonna
Bro,
be
where the hell
a
is the
lot more
freaking...
now. He loses on one minion right here, but
where the
Naomi's
F
coming in a 2v2. They don't really win out in the early games. So they
is
gotta
the
be
Cho
careful.
Echo
Skylar
skin,
gets
bro?
hooked in here.
It's been almost a
Takes off
year now.
his HP bar
It's
and
been
damage,
8
but
months.
that and the emblems, weapon mastery.
It's been almost 8 months.
And Skylar with the Swift for a bit more attack speed. That's going to be very beneficial in the lane.
Oh, good damage from
Oh.
Hujume, my goodness.
Does it always
Wins
take
out
this
the
long?
trade in a pretty significant way. Oh, Iron Hook getting thrown out. Clay able to dodge that one.
All right. Looking back at the emblems and the talents, I found that Hijume's choice was a little bit peculiar. Weapon Master Agility. And he goes in for the Mage base emblem for the Valentina. It's very interesting. I guess he's going for more cooldown, but there's not a lot of damage involved in there. Maybe he's looking for a little bit more utility. That's something that we can expect him to go for later on in these pickups, or even potentially the team fights. In terms of equipment, though, not much has been bought so far.
So far, just components. And the steel leg plates being built by Skylar makes a bit of sense going up against a Brody. Right now, though, I think...
Oh!
Out of nowhere, Fairsick
Bro,
knocks
Paquito
Hijume
is...
out.
Good read on the rotation.
Damage.
What was that? came out of nowhere.
Level 4, bro.
It's that rupture and the lethal ignition emblem even. Fersic is just going all in aggressive right here. And this might be what they need, right? Because earlier Fersic was just stuck being a bit more reactive.
I think he
On the
probably
Kino,
has some of
maybe
the
he can
most
be doing exactly
pickoff
what Taz is
pressure
doing
at
in
level
number
4
one.
than any other hero.
It's crazy because Hijime also didn't opt for tenacity, so there's not a lot of defense in the early games that can severely be punished. And he kind of was forced to be on the Weapon Master in a way because
You know,
he
Moonton was
opted
so
for the
happy
Blow
when
to do a little bit
Echo
more insurance in the
picked
late
Cho
game
as
if it does
their
come down to it.
hero.
But it looks like this is a 1v all here for Arashi.
They were so happy.
Deja vu.
Much
Whenever I see
happier
this
than when
situation before.
Estes got
Oh,
picked.
It's okay, the kingdom
for
loves you. They're all staring
Blacklist.
at you.
They
It is
certainly are.
what it is, man. I mean,
Like, Cho? Oh, yeah, you want Cho?
it's no
Yeah.
secret, it's no
Yeah,
secret,
let's
but I
pick
do
Cho.
think they have potential, though, right?
Yeah.
It's their draft is a lot
Dollar
more
signs went up in
well-rounded
their
compared to
eyes.
previously, and now
They were like,
Taz gets kicked.
Where
finally.
the Dragon beautifully done by Naomi.
Oh,
It
nice
renders
play.
Apathy. Iron Hook not connecting. If it did, Clay still had Purify anyway.
Snipe shot to the
Evo's
face. Point
Legends
blank.
caught lacking
Point
in
blank
the first
snipe
few
ult.
minutes of the
Ooh.
game. And even in the mid lane, Hijime loses a chunk of his HP.
But the real scare right here is the fact that the longer the game goes, there's more chances for these hooks to just land on someone. And I think it's important to try and condition Dreams from early on in the game, right? If he keeps predicting that you would go backwards, you have to read into how he's going to predict your movement and apply that, which is an extra layer of thought in the middle of your game.
Export definitely
where
does
the
well
burn is
against the
quicker, so
Charizla.
for
That
a
makes
while at
sense.
least,
Charizla's
they
not
can rest
super
quite easy.
super
For sure, but
mobile.
the question is there enough damage to follow that up just yet, right? Because even if, let's say, he lands on a hook, there's not enough combo in the composition that Evos have brought. He's not with a Farsa, he's with something like Valentina, who's not exactly bursty in that sense. But wait a minute, Banana forces that ultimate here just to get away.
Oh.
Defensive last insanity. With the last second dash as well from losing that Faraga armor. Dreams didn't account for that, and RQ are just taking the lead. 2,000 gold lead now already. Naomi looking away. The Dragon goes over to Jikundo first. Now kicks him back. But Brandon's
Great
able
in
to flick him out,
space,
but
very
airstrike
well.
Responded over, but it's Rage to go on the Angel Man. Torn apart. Memory though connects. That's a good side step from Clay, with the Purify used up as well.
Wow. It's counter play by Evos, and that is timed perfectly for the turtle as well. RRQ, they're going to lose out here unless Fersic wants to try and do something. That might put them
All I know how to
way
do
too
is
behind,
you just
but
have to move the map around,
maybe let it
guys.
go, which
What
is
do you
a bit of
mean?
an improvement. Because usually RRQ, one of their
just put your
signature
finger on the screen and
trademark
move the
moves
map.
is losing one member and then trying to outplay for V5. Showing a bit of maturity, a bit of discipline right here. Letting go the turtle and going back to the initial game plan. Looking for more pickups.
Yeah, and technically RQ first has a level ahead of Taz earlier on. Now they're both at 8, but that was because after that turtle take that level it out. But you go the hook.
Bloody Hunt coming down, not enough damage to take him out. It's actually Dreams who gets punished. Naomi with a very good escape, disengage, and now
Yeah,
RRQ
so easy.
set their sights on
I
that
feel like
tier
you're
1
mocking
in
me.
the gold lane.
Ritz. Don't
Here's
mock
Passion
me.
stolen away. Brand's
Don't
trying
you
to clear out the
fucking-
waves
I'm
now.
just kidding.
Hijime going back in, able to zone RQ away from the turret. And Evo's Legends have defended quite well for their tier 1.
Or missing a
What's
pause,
gonna happen
yeah.
whenever Evos engages with the Franco.
Ritz just
when
puts her
the
phone
Charisma
down.
and the
She's like, if
game
they wanna pause,
isn't in
they're
the
dead.
building,
They're
right?
smoked.
Because there's no one to prevent everyone else from just barreling.
It's like, all right,
onto the
game
Franco
started.
and turning it on.
Get
in
back to
mistake.
work now.
Now Versik and Clay. The punish is absolutely phenomenal.
She got, like,
from
her headphones
RRQ.
in probably.
What to go for
She's
here,
doing
and that's a mid lane tier 1.
chores,
even more value
cleaning up her
than a top
house,
lane tier 1. Dreams
listening
gets
to
sniped
music.
down. Bottom lane, there's an attempt of a trade, but Evo's Legends have lost out completely in this one.
Yeah, 1,700 gold lead already here built in by RRQ. The fact that they've been able to get a lot more objectives on the map. Those two turrets, in that mid lane, that is going to signify that they have a little bit more room to work around in these rotations. And you can see it being translated here. Already some promise here in the top side, but they have to be careful. Look at the rotations from Hijime, Fluffy, and Brands. They're all the way in the top side. They're looking for something here.
Gina
They're
moved to
looking trade
BTK?
things back.
Oh, what? Is this
They're
real?
spotted though. That's what we're talking
Are you
about.
being
If they wanna
serious?
engage, they need everyone in, to be part of the party.
Oh.
Right here for RRQ.
Where'd you
it's
hear
just
that?
A great situation, and they're taking away all of the objectives. But now control over the turtle area is held by Evos, and they're bursting it down.
Deadly catch used up. Taz secures it. Naomi with a conceal.
I don't want to talk. I don't know. I'm
Able
so
to
tired
find
of
only
roster
Dreams, though,
changes,
canceled
bro.
out. Naomi now.
Nice
taking
play,
very
nice
close, able to
play.
escape. Fluffy in the back. Oh, what? Brands with a fadeaway. Iron Hook now coming down.
Brands with a
Bloody Hunt
fadeaway.
Walking Banana as the turret falls up top. but Evos have taken a turtle and 2 members of RRQ down.
That is unfortunate for sure. RRQ, they landed the Jeet Kundo onto Brands, but they were unable to get the way of the Dragon. And I was just saying, Naomi, he was doing a great job just avoiding sitting in default locations in the bush, switching it up so that Dreams doesn't get any easy hooks. But with that sequence of plays, one turret finally gets taken by Evo's Legends. RRQ, they're losing the early game advantage, and in the late game, it's a bit more of a 50-50. It's not a guarantee.
She left her squad, and now she's in
Do
BTK.
you not think, with RRQ having Clay as well as Skylar in comparison to Brands?
Well, there's the
What team was she in again?
Those
She was
two
in
heroes in the late game. On top of the fact that they have a more reliable
Not
engage
TLB.
or a more spammable engage.
She was
with
in
Avalon
Empire.
Hook,
She left Empire,
nothing
bro.
makes it quite that even.
He left
All will
Empire.
come down to the execution. And in game number 1, Evo's got the better of RRQ. So let's take
I
a
said
look at
central
the
lobby
items.
equals no
Well,
pause.
and Hunter Strike for Fairsick means that any squishy heroes
I'm not dealing with your
unfortunately
complaints
in
over.
front of him will get instantly deleted.
Don't forget, Arashi, the more reliable way to deal damage. I think Evo's Legends has that in the later stage of the game. They have proper dive to penetrate or to distract RRQ's back line. For Skylar and Clay, they're going to have to work some overtime.
If this is, I don't know, man. If that's true, like if Gina left the team, I just have a problem with that. Not even because, oh, that's messed up, you're going to another team, you're leaving your team. My problem is that Gina played an Empire through most of the all except for like the last qualifiers game. Like, who's to say they would have made it without her? And now she's leaving, so it's not like that's my problem. You guys should understand what I'm getting at.
Here to evade from all the CC coming their way. Fluffy, Hijume.
It's not really fair to other teams.
They're all going to be looking for the back line. Naomi, ooh, flicker from Hijume up top, tier 1 taken out. And Evo's Legends have equalized.
Oh no, what did I do?
In that sense.
They're also outranged. The RQ can poke.
It's not really fair when all these top players swap around teams constantly. It's not really fair to the lesser teams, like especially mid-event.
Them down slowly but surely. Feathered airstrike renders apathy. Naomi with the conceal knows Brands is there, but look at Dreams and Hijume. A good splash to cancel out the conceal play.
No way.
Oh, what a beautiful freaking hook, bro.
Wow! Evo's
Full
Legends
range.
cut them out and
Full range, bro.
knows Brands is there, but look at Dreams and Hijume. A good splash to
Look at this
cancel out the
range.
conceal play.
No way.
Oh, Skylar Dreams! Wow! Evo's Legends who count them out, and that's when they make the plays happen. Out of all the members who clumped up, how did he find Skylar, the Indonesian nightmare?
I saw it. Skylar was trailing behind everyone else.
I left at 8:24. That was I skipped that much of the game. Oh shit, they've been playing for a while.
Have to work some overtime here to evade from all the CC coming their way.
Yeah, you're right.
Fluffy, Hijume,
Thank you.
and Dreams. They're all going to be looking for the back line. Naomi, ooh, flicker from Hijume up top, tier 1 taken out. And Evo's Legends have equalized in the objective department. Only now lacking a mid lane, tier 1.
Literally, the gold has dissipated. That
I
gold
mean,
lead
swaps
only
are allowed. It
800
is what it
here.
is. There's
With
like a
Tag
few
picking
points.
up
It's
the
before
BOD on
qualifiers,
top of it, so a little bit more
after the
damage for
second
him to
bracket,
work with.
and then
One of the
before
one
the
things
grand
I really want to
finals.
talk
They
about was
allow
Banana's
roster
build.
changes as long
He
as it's
goes in
voted on
for
by the
Ice
team
Queen
correctly.
wand early,
But still,
instead of going for something that gives him a
Ritz
little bit
makes
more
her own rules.
sustainability or
She's a
even
bad
be
girl.
immortal.
Well, the Ice Queen 1 right now gives a bit of spell lifesteal, so it helps him in that area. And technically with the Brave Smite, he can be a bit more sustainable.
I don't
And
think it's
the
that
idea
PH
of this,
starts late. It's that
exploit is just for him
Indonesia
to just
starts
kite back again
really
and again.
early.
But with Fluffy already in the building, the backline can't be safe at all.
Bennett's Rage coming down. Fluffy though with the penalty zone locking.
Dreams goes
Skylar
down.
out. Last Insanity now coming down. Able to dish out some damage. Brands with a torn apart memory. Taking them low, but no, not taking anyone out. Clay very low. RRQ, even though they have more members, they don't have enough HP bars. They don't have enough resources to contest for this. Some of their members already recalling. No banana for the next fight. Evo Sledges aside, to disengage and to look for turrets instead.
Ooh, very disciplined for both of these teams. No one really forcing the issue here. Naomi gets chunked just a little bit by the damage coming out from Hijume, but in that regard, it feels like Evo's Legends got the upper hand. They trade a hero for
I get it. They do start pretty late. I mean, PH is like the last one to start.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Fancy.
Calm down, Dreams, calm down.
And Clay used the Purify though. It didn't connect, but Clay used the Purify. That's a big resource. Now Fluffy has a better entrance into the team fight.
And look at the bottom side on the EXP lane. The wave is stacking to try and push towards RRQ. The mid equilibrium just favoring Evos at every turn. RRQ needs to make something happen or back away right now.
Deadly catch used up. Naomi trying to go for the kick, but it's already too late. Taz still secures it. Meanwhile, Fluffy in the back still able to sustain. Meanwhile, Naomi gonna be chunked down, taken out by Brands. 1-for-1. Roamer for XP. RRQ gonna go traded.
Hijume,
with a jump.
well played.
Play down out Taz.
Very well played.
Once again, with a bounce. Banana with a flicker out. Dreams looking for that iron hook. Gets punished by the Bennett's Rage. Taz is looking
you
for
might
a
have been able to
turret,
get a
but they've
bounce
already
there.
gone the Lord.
No way, 2 members taken out. Taz gonna use the deadly catch to get that damage onto the turret, and that turret will fall. 2,000 gold lead here for Evo's Legends as they completely turn it around with that team fight. And the Lord is still marching on the top side. There's gonna be more things falling down here for Evos if RRQ don't have a say in what happens
What
next.
hero has the
On a silver
fastest
lining,
tower
though,
clear?
They do have a lot more high ground, the Beatrix and
In the game.
Farsa. Wow, that was very, very close. And they can defend this quite reliably, but they can't keep losing team fights like this. The Terizla and the Brody combo is just way too annoying. They will be able to clear out the Lord and defend their base turrets, but for how long? The jungle just falls victim to the clutches of Evo's Tiger.
Trex, any advice on where we can moderate? We Outplay mods got released when they lost their sponsor. I don't know. What do you mean by moderate? What do you want to do? You just want to moderate some stuff for free, bro? I got you. Jump in my Discord server. Moderate it. Stay in my chat. Moderate it. I need some mods.
Strike back.
Slow down the pace is what he
You want work
Legends
to do,
wants
bro?
to do.
Do you
The way
work
they're
for
taking this
free? I
game
got you,
has been
bro.
Very different to game number 1.
Someone wants to
Game
work
number
for
1,
free.
very
I
slow
give you plenty of
start.
jobs. I
Even
got
in the
so
mid-game,
much,
it was
so
RQ
much
making
stuff
the move, but now
planned.
Evo's Legends.
So much
now you
stuff
can really see
planned.
that they are no longer that slow
I just don't have the
starter
time to
team
do it all.
that just gets ahead in the later stage. No. Now they have a better understanding of the game, of their composition.
I have so much content I want to do, but I just
right
can't really do it.
Spike hit, Evo's
because I don't have the
Legends
time.
started to be more proactive, started to punish RRQ, where they overextend.
Right now,
Interested because sorry to cut you
Ritz
off
works
there,
for
Ashley.
kind
That
words.
feather airstrike, it didn't deal
I
too
just
much
compliment
damage,
Ritz and she sticks
despite
around.
already having
You
that
guys would
block
learn a
against
thing
on
or
that
two.
Lightning truncheon. It barely touched Hijume. How is that possible?
well, I think with the lightning truncheon, I think it did okay.
You guys should
amount of
learn a
damage,
thing or
just
two,
not
man.
as much as we're used to, but look at that banana.
All you have to do is,
stop.
oh, nice play.
Penalty zone, and all the resources have just been used by RRQ to disengage. Purify already used up by Clay again. Big resource spent up. Dreams has the flicker.
If you guys just
Naomi
learned how to
on
be
run.
polite,
Ooh,
girls would
very
hang out
close
with you more.
With that iron. I think it's because there's no penetration yet. No Genius Wand, no Divine Glaive, and for
Just
most of
joking.
Evo's Legends' members, they have tough boots. No, Rashi?
They have a lot of tough boots for sure, knowing that there's a lot of crowd control. Pickup attempts gonna
My
be
Discord's so
heading their
dead, bro.
way.
You don't want to mod
But
it.
for Evos
Which-
right now,
yeah,
the real
fucking
hero
join.
of the
Please start
story
talking
is
in it.
Fluffy on the Terizla, man.
For the
Every
love
time
of
he
God.
just blocks everyone away, and that allows
I've
Brand to
just
get free
ignored
hits
it
again
ever
and
since
again.
NASL
3-0
died.
and 1, he is essentially
And I
untouched
stopped
in the middle
using
of
it.
the fight. Even with the true damage
you go.
coming in from the
Join the
export,
Discord, guys.
it's not nearly
Start
enough
talking
to
in it.
deal with how tanky
Please.
Fluffy gets. Especially the lower he gets, right? Without any burst damage, it's going to be way too difficult.
Ritz, shut up. Shut
You're
up,
right,
Ritz.
You're right here.
That's because nobody talks in it
Evo's
anymore. It's got
still
2,000, it's got like
holding
2,000 members, and
that
it's dead as shit.
2,800
It used to be
gold lead so
litty.
far.
My server used to
That's
be
interesting. Thank you for
lit.
pointing that out. So Brody built tenacity in his talent choice. So that's why he's a little bit more sustainable going against the damage from play without.
You guys got
penetration
ideas? You want to do a
items. That
game
makes
night? You want to
sense.
do whatever? I
How
don't know,
about
bro.
Does RRQ have what it
I'm
takes
down.
to win this 5v5 Lord Dance?
they have to skip Fluffy and go straight for Brands or
Yep,
Hijime
it did.
or Taz at this point. There's no way.
Oh,
Oof.
Dead.
Purify.
Purify. Fortunately still available, but again, they cannot, there's no way they can both and still win the fight
Dead.
afterwards. They need to just ignore him and find ways to get to the back line. With the wave pushing for the side of RRQ in the bottom side, this could be the opportunity that they need. Evos, though, recognizes that, and they're going for something aggressive.
Naomi's looking for a pick right now. Has a G Kundo. Taz going for 50-50. It's Skylar who steals it away. The torn part memory was used up, but Skylar's still free hitting in the back. Hijime now in the midst of it all.
Uh-oh.
Banana taking low. Flickers out to safety. Dreams!
Can Evos pull
Wants
this
to go
off?
for the iron hook, but Skylar knows the limits. He flickers out of it, and RQ, they've taken a big dub. 1 kill, 1 Lord.
Wow, man, that's just so clean from RRQ. And you saw the Skylar. Most gold in the game right here by Ube as gold.
Ooh.
He was able to just use a preemptive Nibiru's passion to just zone everyone from Evos away. It almost took out Taz, but Taz, again, showing great awareness in the middle of all the heat of battle. He was able to just step back and, you know, reestablish themselves. Now against a Lord, RRQ, they have range, but Evos can't cancel it out. So it's all about the mind games here. Who does what first?
We'll see who does what first here as Naomi goes in for a pickoff onto Fluffy.
But it's Rage Bay, the Dragon locking him down. 1 member out before anything begun.
Oh.
Now Naomi loses his immortality. Still value for RRQ to have the enhanced Lord. Oof, with no frontliner, this will definitely help and benefit the Kings of Kings, who are now taken down to Tier 2 in the mid lane. Tier 2 in the bottom should follow next, but Evo's Legends should be able to keep these base turrets up.
They have control right here, but the question is, what
Shreks
can
in the
they
other.
do with it? If they wait for the next Lord, it's going to be
I'm
the
becoming
same story,
questionable.
sort of, again and
I'm
again.
sorry, Ritz.
But now with
You just yell at
with
me.
both
If I
teams
if I
reduced to just the
ever
base towers,
offend you in
this
any
means that
way,
the whole area
you just yell at me.
of the Land of Dawn is available for
You just
a cat
say,
and mouse
Trex,
game, a
don't fucking
chase
do that again.
between the Tigers and the Kings of
And I'll go,
Kings.
yes, ma'am.
In that
Sorry.
sense, it really
Sorry,
does
ma'am.
favor RRQ with more mobility. They can kite back away and, you know, move back and forth, whereas Evos, they're very reliant on getting a really decisive engage, especially with the penalty zone.
And now the tension begins. That gold lead is gone from both of these teams. Things have equalized the number of turrets, 3 inhibitor standing for both of these teams. If we take a look at the items, there is a little bit of a lead from Skylar, but at this point, it seems like Brands only needs a little bit more to get that Athena shield, which is what he was going for. A little bit more sustain in these team fights, especially with Clay's damage and his penetration item in the Divine Glaive already built up as well.
I feel like initially, RRQ, they're going to play for a front-to-back composition, right? Very good long-range damage and solid front line. But at this point, I feel like the better bet for them is to just make sure that the penalty zone does not land on multiple people. If they can get to the back line, there's no way Brands can match the damage output of Skylar, for example. And Hijime, unless he steals the Feather Airstrike, can't match the damage output of Clay as well. So for RRQ, the messier the fight gets, actually, they do have a bit more value in that sense.
They're also outranged, so RQ can poke them down slowly but surely. Feathered Airstrike renders apathy. Naomi with the conceal knows Brands is there, but look at Dreams and Hijime. A good splash to cancel out the conceal play.
No way.
Oh, there's that hook. Such a beautiful freaking hook, bro.
Wow! Evo's Legends, you count them out, and that's when they make the plays happen. Out of all the members who clumped up, how did he find Skylar, the Indonesian nightmare?
I saw it. Skylar was trailing behind everyone else, which is why I screamed, no way, before it hit, and it did. Evo's Legends coming back, taking out the main damage leader from RRQ. This is truly a huge moment here as they completely turn the tables around once again.
Skylar just not respecting the fact that Dreams has his signature hero, the Franco, in his hands. That was really unfortunate. Let's take a look at the instant replay by the Samsung Galaxy S23 series. Look at that. He was the last guy in the back. Oh! What happened, man? Against a Franco, you need someone there, or you need to just dash out or do something.
So
There's
beautiful.
no way you can expect him to just
Is Evos about to win this?
And back away. But
Is
look at
Evos
this
about to
Lord
win this?
Pushing in the mid side.
2-0 question mark?
From the Kings of Kings.
2-0 question mark?
Trying to burn Fluffy back. Trying to zone him away. Hijime doing the same thing, but to RRQ. Mid lane base turret taken low with the bottom lane as well, but RRQ are still able to micromanage. They have a very good high ground wave clear.
Wow, they don't penetrate at all. 3 lanes are still going to be crashing here. Mid is going to come down first. Are they going to get it with a deadly catch? There's a little bit more damage. But no, it doesn't fall.
Oh, look, Banana. He was able to hold on to the
There you
middle
go,
waves.
bro.
Now
You're mod,
coming
RV.
down. Brands should be taken now with a flicker as well. Brands, oh, he buys the immortality right in time here. He's able to survive for a bit. Banana still cutting him down. Sort of our memory going to be used up right now, but Brands will lose his life. Fluffy finds a 4-man penalty zone.
That's it. That's
that
it.
will be it. No further
40
engagement
seconds.
for both EVOS and RRQ. But there's 2 members down for the Tigers, and the RRQ Kingdom are now chanting Viva RRQ.
Viva RRQ!
For RRQ,
Viva RRQ! Viva RRQ!
The Lord won't be up for a long time after this. Seems like RRQ are trying to go for the top turret as much as possible, but I don't think they can do it against a Bane, against a Valentina. This might just be a great moment that results in not much. The mid wave is pushing.
So if I play Franco, my hook's only 3
RRQ
inches
maybe
long.
can
That's
output
not
some
the
kind of
only
fight.
thing that's 3
Oh,
inches
no.
long.
That's a mistake.
Oh, what a
It's not
kick, though.
right to the team. He buys the immortality in time, but is it going to be enough to save this game? Taz taken out. Immortality.
Nice hook.
Good hook there. Onto
Try to
Fersik.
survive,
Takes
try to
his
survive.
life
Hujime,
out. Feather airstrike comes
good
down,
feathered
and
airstrike
despite
stolen with the
Taz's
IMU.
mistake, it's still EVO's Legends coming back on top. When nature built up. Dreams loses the immortality to the burn. Wow.
This is a game, boys.
Back and forth shows you
And
again
ladies.
the stakes, the pressure
Boys
that
and
both
Ritz
these
and
teams
Tahira.
are facing right now. With 2 base turrets down, without the range advantage, RRQ, they might have just secured the exact lead they needed for the next Lord. Keep in mind,
This guy's name
20
is
seconds.
Garnacho.
Gamacho
Garnacho.
RRQ, they can count on a 5v4 engagement and deny EVOs the setup they so desperately need right now.
But the problem is both of these teams, they don't have their jungler, right? Taz is going to be up in just a little bit, but so is Fersik. Fersik on the Pigito should be able to rotate quick as well. It's going to come back down to that 50-50 once again between both of these teams. How are they going to set up
Hi
first?
from
How are they going to control
Indonesia.
and do their
Welcome,
housekeeping better
Claudia-
than the other?
Claudia Joyce.
With Valentina
Claudia
already
Joyce,
pushing
welcome,
in that
welcome.
top side, RRQ, they're going to be forced to deal with that for now. Bane, Taz already trying to clear out that bottom lane as well. Trying to get a little bit more pressure as Dreams looks for some more information alongside with Fluffy. The tension is building between both of these teams. There's a reason why they call this matchup.
I think D-Lar's like doing modeling and stuff now. Like, I don't want to play Mobile Legends anymore. He's set. He's good. He's living his best life.
Look at where Bronze.
He doesn't even care about Mobile Legends anymore. He streams, he makes money from streaming. He doesn't have to play pro if he doesn't want to.
It's dangerous for both teams, but at this point, there's no way you can get high benefit without high risk. You can see that Skylar exposes himself in the mid lane. The top lane, by the way, is slow pushing.
Korean fans here.
If they can just stall long enough.
Hell
he will
yeah.
be forced to send someone to respond.
Hold on, we gotta pause real quick. I know you from WCG. That's so dope. That's so cool. You're my first person in the chat with a Korean name. Hopefully that doesn't sound weird.
Fluffy, that might be the pickup they're going for.
Oh, it gets cancelled out though. That's done.
How do I pronounce your name though? What can I call you?
Remember, used up. Naomi loses immortality. Deadly catch coming out with the penalty zone as well. The zone Banana for the airstrike now onto the back. But now it's gonna be Banana or Fersik rather, who's able to stun him up, who's able to disengage. RRQ survived the onslaught of claws, of roars, but EVO's Legends have ultimately won in this Lord pit, and they will go at it on the Lord.
It was so unfortunate. RRQ that
got
Naomi
Lord?
messed up.
What are they doing? What are they doing? Fersik coming in, Fersik coming in, Fersik.
Hijime
Hijime gets it.
That was close.
That was close.
Hijime was not supposed to get that Lord. Luckily, it was still for EVO's. But, oh man.
It's definitely sad we don't get to see D-Lar anymore, but from what I know is he's doing very well. That's my only thing, is like, from what we know, he's doing really good.
But yeah, that definitely looked very scary. I think Fersik was the one who red trade.
Fersik?
Look at the cooldowns.
Well, early there, I don't think he was close enough, but maybe it was. I mean, the high mobility of RRQ, that was a risky call for EVOs, but they gambled on it, and it did.
I don't really care if
Lord,
they're a girl or a guy, they're a viewer. All viewers matter.
The high ground. They need to find a way to get to the back line. If Fluffy now, without
and they
the
learn and they found me
can
from
reach Skylar,
WCG,
this
which
could be
makes me
the exact
happy. It
moment
makes
where
it
the game
worth
gets
it.
decided. The hook does not land. Another airstrike gets used up.
They're not grouping up with the Lord right now. The Evolved Lord has been dealt with.
Come on, Evos.
The Kings of Kings are still holding
Come on, Evos.
to this game. 3.4k gold lead, 23 minutes.
Chessman, what's up? Shout out,
The
shout out.
Classic Derby will never disappoint.
23 minutes, man. We're almost at a 25-minute game between both of these teams. Unfortunately, those waves didn't pop off at the right time together. It didn't hit
Who's
at
funny?
the right time. RQ still able to defend. But now, with that top lane, it looks like they're going to go for more.
Oh, he finds Clay. No Purify now.
Naomi.
In the back.
Oh, Naomi!
Where they wear the
Naomi!
Fluffy with the penalty zone in the front
Fluffy.
right now, forcing the winner trunk.
He's gonna go down, he's gonna go down, he's gonna go down. Maybe not, maybe not, maybe not. Oh, nice. Crab claw cannon.
No brands for Evo's Legends. RQ, they've got a good trade in.
60 seconds, 55, 50 right now for Brands to be back on the map. This is a huge window for RRQ to get control, set up traps, set up the minion waves, because if you look at the base turrets,
When is
unfortunately for
NACT
RRQ,
going to get
it
ads in
really
the game
favors
graphics?
Evos, because
What
the
do you
bottom
want,
lane,
ads?
The EXP lane is where the wave is going to continually shove for Evos.
I don't know.
The
When we
Lord
get
is on top
sponsored
side.
one
Very
day,
convenient for them.
if we could get sponsored, we'd be in there. Once we get an official sponsorship, we're in there, yo.
So that it pushes towards
Oh! Get him! Get him! Kill him! Kill Banana!
Oh, forced to flicker out. He doesn't have the immortality. Deadly catch coming down with a feather airstrike as well.
They're okay. They're okay.
No flicker on Banana. That's a massive resource. That's one of the resources that gave them the opportunity to take.
I know
Brands
ad means
out. Remember,
sponsorship.
That was a chance
I
for
know.
RQ to go for it.
That's why I
but
said once
now
we get some sponsorship, we're in
it
there.
has disappeared. It's now back to.
Isn't it nice to not have ads appearing on screen, though?
Yeah, Brands is going to be back in just a moment. At the real-time win probability by the Samsung Galaxy S23 Series 5G does favor RQ by 66%, but it couldn't be more even. There's definitely a lot more to work with for RQ because of the fact that Arashi mentioned about that bottom side of pushing.
MLBB is growing.
Down to that
What are you talking about?
allocation.
We did
saw that
80K
Taz
live
utilizes
viewers
deadly
on
catch
our
for damage
last
onto the
NACT.
towers. So when RQ go for an engage, like we saw in
That
Naomi
is
too, there
a,
wasn't much
let's put it
room
this
for
way,
them
that is
to
a
save off that
400%
pressure. Hence,
growth
Brands are getting
from
picked
our
off
max
first.
viewership in the past.
Hopefully that Taz
400%
can hold onto
growth
it just a little bit more for it to be a little bit
from
more
the
valuable in these
year
team fights.
before.
Look at RRQ and how many people they are forced to send down there just in case Evos is waiting. With Banana spotting out multiple members of Evos, they find the confidence to move
Still
over
400%
to the mid lane.
growth.
They're pushing it right now, and they are the ones aggressing Evos.
And
They're
actually,
backing away
no,
from this,
throughout
but
the whole
this
season,
little time, they're just
our
letting
NA viewership
RRQ get
percentage was actually
their
pretty high.
overconfident move forward into that iron hook. That is what they're waiting for. Dreams has been absolutely lethal with this spell.
So,
and they are
I
just
would say we're
counting
doing
on
pretty
that
good.
To just change the game again and again. It has worked so far. It will work again for them.
Hopefully, because Naomi's been a constant threat as well. The way that he's able to flank, find those moments has been so expensive. But it looks like they are going to be retreating. They want to control that bottom lane first. Very similar to how you described it, Arashi. It's going exactly the way that you mentioned.
And that's literally how
but still, do they know where Naomi is?
almost all
think they
esports
do.
is.
Not
Asia
yet.
always
For
has the
Evos
most
Legends,
views.
Fortunately for them, this fight is going to be good for them. They have
Bro,
a
Moba
top
Zane's been
side.
saying that for
The
2
far
years.
lane is where
He's been
RRQ
saying that for
does
2
not
years.
have a base turret, and that's always going to be slow pushing. So
he
it
goes
gives Evos
to-
Legends a bit of an advantage
if he
in
goes
this
to-
side to contest the
to Asia,
lore.
he goes to
That's
Asia,
why
bro.
You've been seeing Naomi constantly just acting as a bodyguard for Skylar.
But on the same
been saying that
if
since
you can actually
M3,
get a
bro.
pick off right here away of the dragon. That's still essentially the same combo with the Franco, right? A suppression into a full burst. They see
It is what it is.
they see Skylar in the bottom side right here, but they are not. They don't have the confidence yet to just go for the Lord.
We
with so
grew
much at
we
stake
grew
right
the
there.
first year when Zane
27
wasn't playing in
minutes.
any events.
My God. Finally,
When
we
I
see
was
that
grinding
there's a wave
NASL,
advantage
bro.
For RRQ, they're trying to get advantage with it. Naomi almost gets hooked though.
It's all about that bottom lane, how they play the far lane. Look at Hegemon's control.
Lord
over it.
dance.
He doesn't clear it instantly.
It's the
He knows that they
tango.
will build up to RRQ. Evos Legends now. Their job is, wow, Naomi, clean sidesteps. But for Evos, they're just going to take it slow. They just, as long as they stop RRQ from forcing it, I think Evos Legends will win.
So close, though.
This is the problem, man. They're just waiting for the hook to land. And whereas for Naomi, there's no way you can go in like
I
that.
think Fluffy's going for something, though, Arashi.
Might be. He's just trying to make sure he gets some kind of vision, some kind of intelligence on that Lord. Gets it reset as well. Both just doing a great Lord dance right here. And you can see that for Clay, and Skylar. The threat of the Iron Hook is making them so reluctant to move up to try and do some poke damage. So even though they have the range advantage right here, Evos, they're still the ones with
Bro, we're still in game 2.
Posture. Naomi is still being in this bush for so long. Not a single Iron Hook has landed, but at any moment, the moment that hook lands, that could spell the end for this 29-minute game.
Yeah, it's a ticking time bomb, ladies and gentlemen. Savor the tension between both of these teams. It's gonna come back down to
What team do I want to see in M5 for NA?
discipline,
Probably BTK.
as well as patience. If they go for a wrong engage,
I'll talk about that
could
later
serve
after this
as
game.
the end for their team.
But you guys
And
remember
like
what I
you
said in the
see
beginning of this
there,
year?
it's
How I
Beatrix
felt like
forcing to go for an
I
engage,
felt
and
like
they see
BTK
it.
wasn't going to go to MSC.
Banana has lost his Firaga armor.
Somehow I
And
still got
again,
that right, even though they won.
the ball is
But
in
anyways,
Evo's Legends' court.
and I felt like
They play as
another
long as
team
they
was going to
want
go to
because that bottom lane,
MSC,
that far lane
and they
will
were going to
have
bomb
be
out.
cleared out by
Does
Now they're
anyone
gonna go
remember
in.
me
They know the
saying
action
that?
has
I felt like
recalled. They know
another
this is
team
the
was
time
going to
to
go to
strike.
MSC, and they would bomb out. And that's exactly what happened.
Right onto Naomi with a
Not
penalty
exactly
taken
how I
away.
predicted it, but it
Naomi
still
able to
happened.
survive. Deadly catch used up. A lot of resources
Then I said
burnt.
BTK,
Bottom lane still slow
but I
pushing.
said it would
Evo's
be
Legends
good for
reset.
BTK, and I
Conceal
think it
from
was.
RRQ. They're
And then they're going to go to
mirroring
M5.
mid lane. Now the focus for RRQ. They're looking for a chance, a way, an opening back in the game.
Oh no, Forsic.
Fluffy brought back to the team of the way. The Dragon as well, connecting now. Banana gets hooked. Fluffy buys the winner truncheon, activates in
Evo's
here, but he
trying.
will lose his life. Fluffy gunned
They're like,
down.
screw this,
Banana
Lord. We're just gonna
able
fight,
escape
bro.
with the Firaga
Let's do
armor,
this.
bursts it down. Bottom wave
1
still
for
pushing
0,
in.
75-second death counter.
Oh.
Nice caster curse, Trex. I know it's all my fault, guys. I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry.
Connected onto Naomi, but again, this is gonna favor. This is gonna give RQ a huge advantage. Still 60 seconds left on the clock for Fluffy. There's no source of S-gauge, but that hook nearly lands onto Skylar.
Do I think they go to playoffs? I think they get past group stage.
Naomi
I think they
just
get
needs
past
one
group stage.
opportunity, one more. But even without that RQ, they have the space.
Dreams of the bloody hunt.
But I don't know, honestly, man.
Catch there to help
What's
him.
it called?
Enough to take Naomi
Burn
down.
X, just
Naomi
they played
has
really
done-
good at
has
MSC.
produced a miracle for RRQ.
They played really good.
He's picked off these side steps. Another Iron Hook onto Banana. He has the Firaga armor. He's not at risk. Turn of memory used that Banana.
I don't
escaped
know.
From it. That death on
The Burn X Flash that was
has
playing at
given
MSC, I don't know
RRQ
if we could have
the
beat them.
evolved Lord.
Who knows?
31 minutes
We'll
in.
never
Can
know.
Evo's
That's the thing I
Legends
see. We'll
defend?
never know because they didn't go.
A factor
So
we haven't been
I don't
mentioning
know.
is the fact
Who
that
knows?
RRQ, they were resetting the Lord every time someone was sent over to clear the far side of the map. That was just so good, and they played around Banana's Firaga armor so perfectly. With the Lord right now, this is a make or break situation, man. Evos, they have damage, but if they focus too much on the Lord, Naomi is looking for an opportunity, waiting in the wings for something to happen.
Naomi's dangerous. RQ have the range.
Oh, I
as
think
well.
BTA definitely get a game. Like, they
Evo's
do
defend
way,
this.
they at least do
They
better
hit
in that
down
sense.
Taz
Like,
as
they
well
don't
with a
just
deadly catch.
go home.
Let's hope that it's enough.
Zane's
got that dog in him, bro.
Able to sustain for now. Turn of memory gonna be used up.
They don't always play their
Rage coming down
best,
as
but
well
when
with
they
deadly
need to,
catch.
they get
They're trying to
games.
stop the waves from crashing into the base. Fluffy now taking very low. Passing the winner truncheon. In the back is for the airstrike coming down, and it should just be an equalizer here. Dreams getting gunned down. Banana with the last insanity. RRQ 1-1.
GG's.
RRQ force a game number 3. Ladies and gentlemen, and this is what we call the classical.
Like this, right? You would expect them to have a bit of a
1-1.
narrow hero pool, but Naomi is not that at all. If you compare the job
So,
of
guys, I'm going to be
they
doing
report-
something.
it's gonna be
I know I talked about this
RRQ
the other
with first
day.
pick.
Yeah,
But I
it
think
is
this will also help
RRQ
revive the server a little
swapping
bit.
sides again, and so far the trend has
I think this
been
will also help
anyone
revive the
on
server a little
the
bit.
red
I'm going to be having
side
some,
is
I'm going
usually
to,
the
so
winner. Evo's had it.
back when I was streaming on Facebook and stuff, I used to do something called like a meme competition, which was you had to take content from my stream or had to have something to do with me, and you would make memes, and the winner would get something like an epic skin or this or that. I'm going to up the ante a little bit, and I'm going to do like a clip competition. What happened to Mayhem Cup? I had some family things that happened, some things happened at home, and I just had to step back. I took like a break in the off season for like a month. That's why nobody saw me really for like a month. But yeah. But as I was saying, so I couldn't do the Mayhem Cup. That's the point I'm making. As I was saying, is I'm gonna do like a clip competition. I'm probably gonna release a graphic for it tomorrow and announce it. And And I may do like a meme competition as well. I kind of want to keep this on the hush until tomorrow because I don't want other streamers. I don't want other casters taking my ideas. Trex is a really clever guy. He likes to come up with stuff. And you know, yeah, I don't want other people taking my ideas, man. I already know once I drop this idea in probably like a month or so, maybe even sooner, maybe a little longer, someone else is probably gonna come out with this idea because they're gonna be like, damn, that's such a good idea. You got content out of that. But yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have listen, that's not G the Ico's idea. I came up with this idea way before G the Ico did. I came up with it all the way back in freaking Facebook days. Facebook days, bro. G could probably contest to that. I did a meme competition. But anyways. G's actually, you know, I wouldn't care if G took my idea. I really don't care if anyone takes my G. The point is, G wasn't even streaming. He wasn't even born yet. G was streaming. But honestly, listen, you guys don't understand how tight me and G are. Like, I would never be upset. Like, I don't even, whatever. G's my fetus. Let me tell you something. Me and G got big love for each other, bro. If me and G were on the other side of the team, we'd be, you know. But yeah, me and G go way back. You understand? I've known G longer than any other streamer out here. I've been close with G than any other streamer or content creator out here. We go way back. The point I'm trying to make is, to all my people who like to maybe dabble in making clips or this or that, we're going to be doing a clip competition. And there's going to be some money on the line, like 20 to 50 bucks. And what it will be is, what it will be is from either my streams. I would like to try to get it from NACT. So like I cast this Saturday. So if you can make a clip, make a meme, whatever, you're going to submit it on Discord, and the ones with the most votes will win. The best clips, they can be just simple clips. If you're an editor, you can edit, you can make them funny, you can make them epic. Whatever you think will work. That's it. You're going to have it submitted by, I think, it'll start before the weekend. Like it'll start like Saturday when I cast, and you'll have to have it submitted by like Tuesday or something. So you'll submit it. And then, yeah. And the winner will take the money. And you can have it in skins. You can have it however you want. If you live overseas or something and you can't really, and you don't have like PayPal or nothing like that, then, you know, I'll just buy you skins or something. Whatever works. But that's the plan. We're going to start doing some competitions. We're going to get some content churning. Content that I don't have to make, but you guys can make for me. That's the real clever trick. Essentially, I'm going to farm content out of my viewers, but there'll be a prize involved. I'm going to be honest with you guys. That's the plan. That's the deep mind. That's the big brain about all this. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. That's where my thoughts were when I thought of this idea. I'm not going to try to coin this off like I'm just doing it for you guys. I'm doing it because I thought, wait, I could get people to clip stuff for me, turn it into a competition, and I'll get content out of it, and it'll be a whole thing. You know, it's genius. It's freaking genius, okay? But I'm just being real. At least I'm honest with you guys. At least I'm real with you guys, bro. All right? So, yeah. There you go.
Occasionally, but if they want to go front to back, this makes
it's a WW. It's a win-win.
Well,
exactly,
again,
champs. It's a win-win.
It's good.
Everybody
technique,
wins.
But there's not a lot of playmaking that you can do. There's not a lot of dashes with so much dive.
It's a win-win.
I think it's a little too risky to pick up something like that. Second best would be Harith. Harith taken out as well. Once again, putting Skylar in a corner.
Wow.
Does he go for Bane? Is that in his kit?
If it was Zin, maybe.
I've been streaming for 2.5 hours.
RQ needs that secondary carry or their primary carry. They need Skylar. Clay cannot.
I just have to make a graphic
be
for
the
it.
sole carry unless they go for the jungle. I don't know. There are no assassins left here. The Lancelot is something that they can't go for. RQ.
All right, we got a bunch of bans. We got a bunch of picks. Ooh, the Kadita.
A Fredrin, a Kufra, a Yves. Does the Martis look good for Evo's Legends?
Can Evos get this W?
Depends on aggressive.
I kind of want Evos to get this W.
Against Kufra. Naomi's
Lance?
Kufra on top of that.
This is a legendary Lancelot. This is the Lancelot that sent RRQ home.
At least I'm honest with you, I see you. And I mean, you know,
Painful memories,
you got a chance at winning some money.
But if they want to try and continue with this,
I could,
again,
you know what I could
big
do?
damage,
You know what I could do? I could just be like, yo, I'm going to give you an epic skin that I got for free from my diamonds from Moonton. That's what I'm going to do. I get these free diamonds from Moonton because all you guys watch me. And then I'm going to give you an epic skin for like, for making me some content. So it's all free for me, bruh. At least I'm not doing that. I could do that. And there's nothing against people who do that, you know. But yeah. I don't trust you, Scourge. I'm not going to lie. I don't trust that.
More utility, considering the amount of
There's
mobility
nothing
they
wrong with
control
that.
Kadita.
There's nothing
As well
wrong
as
with that at all.
More crowd control won't hurt at all. They want to go for the Grok. Maybe they can go for that as well.
Barrett's?
It's a bit of a good mix.
If you want a skin with the money that you win from it, then I will give you that. But just know it's actually money coming out of my pocket. It's nothing that I'm like getting for free. It's money that I work for. And I work hard, guys. I'm out there serving food to these people, man. People who don't even tip sometimes. I'm out there grinding in the hot sun. It's hot here in Florida this time of year. I'm in all black out there, putting plates on tables, telling people about the menus. Yeah, my favorite item is the Cuban. Just buy it. That's what I have to do sometimes, you know? What's your favorite wine? It doesn't matter. Whatever I say, you're going to think it's true because you know nothing about wine. But that's okay. Buy the Smith & Hook if you like a Cabernet. Buy the Han if you like a Pinot Noir. Go for something from New Zealand if you want a Sauvignon Blanc. Well, that's the most expensive. Well, that's because New Zealand makes good Sauvignon Blanc. Stop being stupid. That's how I talk to my tables, guys. They fucking love it. They eat it up. I'm just kidding. That's not how I talk to my table.
Very secure, especially if this Esmeralda brings something like a Purify to ensure that he can just run towards the back line unimpeded.
I'm sorry, Arashi.
What?
That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry. I'm
okay.
sorry. But let's see the
What have you
outcome of
done?
this. Both the Legends and RRQs have finalized their opponent, their choice of gameplay, their strategies. Let's hope it's enough because we all know both of these teams are dearly needed.
1-1. Welcome to the land of dawn.
Welcome to the land of dawn as we enter.
How did I know she was going to say that?
Game 3, the last and final one of today.
Man, 2 Purifies to respect the pickup potential from the side of RRQ. And right there, the only way they can counter the Esmeralda is to out-damage and shred her down. So in the early game,
Spirited Away, did we meet at NACT?
Fall behind, and Naomi will be playing
Did you go to NACT? So many people. I'm so sorry if I don't remember. I don't remember. I'm so sorry that I don't remember if you were there.
Already dealing a little bit of damage here on the opponent. Dreams opening up vision as well. In terms of emblems, wait a second, Naomi.
Oh, nope. Lethal Wanderer picked up by Evo's Legends for now. Honestly, Arashi, I have a big question here to ask you.
You were on
Walk us
stage?
through the decision.
I thought Tyrant got up on stage.
The Esmeralda, good sustain, good staying power, right? You can just keep trading again. Usually Uranus is an option, right? But since it's banned out, the Esmeralda
I'm so sorry.
used to be what is used.
Well, I mean, if he was with you, Ritz.
That kind of XP
If he was with you, of course I didn't notice him. My eyes were on you.
Yeah.
With a shield and you can spam out like that, you can actually be quite
That makes
effective with
sense,
Gus
you
coming
know?
in. Seems like Banana is
It all
going
makes
to
sense
give
now
up
why I
several
forgot him.
minions
I'm
right
sorry.
there. Fluffy
Sorry,
really
Spirited.
cuts it as well.
One whole wave gone.
Sorry, simplistic question here. Is the Viraga armor considered a shield?
I don't think so. If it is, I'll be very, very surprised. But here, as you can see, RRQ, they're stuck just trying to respawn, trying to protect their side laners, even their mid laner from the pick-off potential. Right now, with everyone from our EVOs approaching level 4, this is where the going gets tough for RRQ. We'll have to see if they can hang on for dear life.
Yeah, even despite that, right? It doesn't seem like RQ
Not pretty enough.
a winning lane. Losing out on top, they have a little bit of advantage here in this next objective, but no contest from EVOs whatsoever. First is going to be able to get it.
Guys, I don't think, guys, it's not easy remembering, like, it's not easy putting Discord and YouTube names to other people's names. So I really do apologize if we ever meet in person and I don't exactly remember you. Like, you do have to, like, Ritz, the reason I remember Ritz is because Ritz has been around for a long time with me and doing content with me and doing events with me and stuff. So, like, if for some reason I ever don't remember you, I really apologize. It's especially during those events, my mind is, like, all over the place because I got so much going on. So I really am sorry if I don't mean to, like, be rude.
No, it's a pattern, right? EVO's Legends always give up the first turtle. In game number 1, they gave up all the turtles, but in game number 2, they gave up the first one, and then they waited for that mid-game power spike. Now in the bottom lane, Naomi with a good Tyrant's Revenge onto Branch, forcing
Which cosplay did we like more, guys? Ritz's Nana cosplay or Ritz's Esmeralda cosplay?
A good solid laning phase is critical to the game plan of RRQ. And looking at the items earlier,
The Esmeralda
Clay has
cosplay was
penetration
definitely
boost, so he
peak.
is intending on doing some damage, even though technically he's against a great mix of magical and
Though I
physical
would have
types.
liked
So
the
that we'll see if his aggressive
I
choice
would
of
have liked the
boost
Egyptian
comes to
one with the
haunt him
ears.
later on in the match.
I want to circle back
It's a
onto
little
that point, though.
spicier too.
Why would they let that turtle go? EVO's Legends, don't they have quite a good early game with Hijime, with Dreams as well? As long as he gets level 4, as long as Hijime also gets level 4, isn't that
I think the
enough
coolest
in
thing,
5v5
the
team
fact
fight?
that you made that yourself though was dope, and even like the sash that she has or whatever, and you had the little moon and everything on there was dope. It was really dope.
As well as Hijime. They get
What are you gonna do in LA this year?
a random skill. They just like
What
straight
cosplay
at
are you gonna do
that
this
could be
time,
in a lot
Ritz?
of trouble. And another thing against RRQ, who's fought so bitterly in the previous match.
Wow.
In the previous game, they want to risk that.
So it looks like they're going
The
to
red
go
one was
for
hard enough,
instead.
bro.
Naomi in a little bit of trouble. Dreams actually doesn't want to
You
commit
should
onto
do
it.
a gender
But that's
bend
it. I guess like
cosplay.
the trade back, they want
That would be really cool if you did like a guy character as a girl character. Like
to
if
go
you did like
for
a
it,
female
bottom lane's
Claude,
gonna find
you
it. Now
know?
Dreams is in trouble.
That would be really
He's
cool.
gonna get away though.
Yeah, he gets out. Aside from just the tankiness, the beefy nature of the RQ members, bouncing ball as well is something that they can utilize to stop Taz and his entrance to that turtle pit. First thing to use his retry. Taz did. 8 seconds for the turtle. That's a good setup. Meanwhile, Fluffy now against Banana. Banana's
I
actually
think
winning
stuff
the
like
timeout.
that's cool.
Fluffy has to run back.
There's nothing sus about it.
Fluffy still has the movement speed advantage right there. Banana pressures him away, but look at that. Naomi gets taken out.
First blood with the dragon coming down with the rough waves as well. First
First it goes down.
Double kill. Play. Avon responded over now with
Come on,
one.
Evos.
Falling Star Moon charged up by
Come on,
Fluffy.
Evos.
To escape. It's a DFS. Defensive Falling Star Moon.
It's a
from the Esmeralda.
DFS.
I like it.
Defensive
I
falling
like
star
it.
moon.
I like this creativity coming out from Miracle lately. But here it is. The Evo is going to be able to pick up that turtle. So they opted not to go for it, and then they go for it.
Do a Hellkurt cosplay? You want me to like walk into the arena on all fours
Power spikes.
and run around like this?
That they have already secured. Taz is level 8 actually, so he is farming intensively for now. Clay hasn't been nearly as active as he wants to be because look at the mid lane. It's always shoved towards him, and the Kufra from Naomi can help out a bit, but not as well as a Cho or a Brock like in game number 1.
Brands is being really active. That's why it's so difficult to get that mid lane pressure. The fact that he's rotating towards that mid, getting the gold funneled onto him is insane. It's a little bit of a lead here. 500 already with a BOD as well. At the meanwhile, top side though.
They're gonna go in. Banana under the turret. This should be Banana falling. One thorn rolls, but it doesn't even need it. Just basic attacks. Banana to death. There should be a free turret up top, and RQ are looking to trade now in the bottom lane. With Naomi right there, it is successful. EVO's Legends, they traded back with RRQ. Tier 1 up top for Tier 1 down below.
Look how annoying Fluffy is. He's receiving quite a bit of damage there from Clay, but the fact that he's able to dish out that damage onto Versik, just really prevent that rotation from coming through.
Let's get through this game. After this game, I think it's it, guys.
And to rotations to come.
It's already 12:30. Holy shit. What time do I have work tomorrow? 10?
At every single turn, he just keeps going to the mid lane.
10.
And that pressure overall just equalizes. And as you can see, the player's gold by UBS gold, Taz and Bronze sticking out all the way up there at a 700 and 600 gold lead respectively.
Taz even, Dreams looking for a pick off here. Taz, very fast maneuvers here, very efficient as well. He's picked up the Hunter Strike, and his first item this game was actually a War Axe, Arashi. So I think it's a mix. We've seen full damage, we've seen semi, and now this is usually when you go for the semi build, it's War Axe into Thunderbelt. He has gone War Axe into Hunter Strike.
A bit of a different build as well right here, just adjusting to the situation. Look at Dreams though.
Oh, three-man G Kundo with a Dragon Flicker combo, but it's not going to be able to connect right there. Skylar is able to maneuver out.
Brands.
Down as Brands picks up a killing spree. Rough Wave's taken out. Taz securing the turtle. It's a 1-for-1. Both roamers falling, but Evo's Legend secured the neutral objective.
3K gold lead.
Oh, that Snag doesn't connect. Hijume nearly gets that pick off, but oh my god, look how aggressive Taz is. Dishing out the damage. They don't really get a pick off, nor do they get that turret into the mid side. But at this point, it's still quite challenging for Evos.
I go kicking people around and going da 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 da.
Versik just unfazed against 3 members. That's the kind of tankiness Fredrin allows you to have. Right now, even though Evos is leading,
Kadito would be cool. We could get you a
3K gold lead.
we could get you a
Right here. They need to try and end the game because the late game from RRQ is
one of those what are they called with the 2 wheels?
scary for sure.
And you just
For them to try
float
and close the
around.
late game.
I forget what those
Considering
things
they
are
have an
called.
assassin as well. We've seen Taz
And you could
deliver
look like you're
on the
just
late
flying
game
around.
assassins, But RRQ has seen it once. You know, full for it once, shame RRQ, but full for it twice. I forgot. I got it mixed up again.
It's okay, Arashi.
I never
we
get
know,
that correct.
We know how tense it is. We know the situation.
Hoverboard. We
right
get you
now
like one of
for
those
your team.
hoverboards.
The full saying, whatever.
Yeah.
Whichever.
Yeah, it's okay, Arashi.
It's fool me once and then fool me twice. But yes, it's okay. We get the gist of it, Arashi.
Yeah,
It's all right.
We got it. But Taz, does he get this orange buff away?
Yep. Oh, whoa, Dreams.
Whoa.
I don't think he wanted to go under that turret. Maybe he did.
Versik's
Dreaming
coming.
big. Versik versus Taz. 2 levels up. It's not even a 50.
All right, Spirited, have a good one.
It up, steals it away, and there is nothing that RQ can take.
Break an
down
ankle,
for the
not
neutral
true.
Objectives. There's something, however, to take up top. It's a turret, and Skylar takes it away. 1-0 and 1. Skylar versus Brands, who's level 11. Revenge and the Rage from Naomi. Locking Dreams down. He's still able to escape for a bit as Hijume comes up with the rough waves. Deep into passion. Now popped in RRQ. They disengage. They are happy with just 1 pick.
Yeah, and that's 1 pick in accordance to a Lord that's going to spawn in under 2 seconds. So RQ, they have a small window of opportunity that they can capitalize over here if Naomi doesn't get caught up first.
Orange Storm has been used though, so Fluffy will not have that as a playmaking tool. But look at Taz. Look at how he's reading the movement from Skylar.
Oh,
Phantom
no.
execution on the Skylar right now. Goes in with the puncture. 1 more shot, but Skylar is able to evade from it. He's used the Purify, and the Lord has been reset. Evo's Legends, mainly Taz, has bought enough time for his roamer to respawn.
And this isn't good for
Is this going to be RRQ
It's
season
level
right
11
here?
Taz 13, so
You guys
like
think this
mentioned
is gonna be
earlier
RRQ
on at
season?
the buff tag. Wait a minute, Dreams.
Oh, wow, he flickers out of that. Now, he doesn't have the G Kundo. He's caught in the real world manipulation, but he's made it out so much. He's in the back with the rough waves right now as Fluffy joins in as well. Taz picks up the kill on the Versik. And this might be it. The free award over to Evo's Legends.
Evos are going to win this? Question mark?
Viraga Armor taken out. 1 more hit for the mega kill for Mr. Bombastic, who has redeemed himself.
Wow, 2-for-0 trade here for the side of Evos. It looks like RRQ, they're looking for a punish. Doesn't really find it as Evos pick up another Lord as well. Taz, the damage is insane. Oh, Dreams!
Oh, not too sure about that one. Dreams, he wanted to go with the way of the dragon. Didn't find the angle, but I think it would still be worth it for him. He went in Jeet Kundo, he lost his life. Evo's got the tier 1.
This is like RRQ. The fact that they are relying so heavily onto this carry, it's just difficult compared to Brands, who's just been free hitting in
The
the
Mr.
back
Bombastic
all these
meme?
fights.
No, I
Skylar
don't.
is just getting zoned away by Thorn Roses, falling Star Moons, and rough waves from the side of Evos. So he is just finding it very difficult to be relevant in the middle of these fights. The role of doing damage seems to be falling solely on Clay.
Ken Konecki told me to watch this series. He said it's unexpected.
I'm actually wondering how far Skyler
He said it was
has
a good
built in
series.
terms
So
of his
shout out to
items,
Ken.
and if he's caught up yet or not. I can actually look back, but I'm too lazy to. It's too far. I can't see it. But if RRQ can actually catch up in that gold, they might stand a chance here. Okay, finally we get to see it. So he has the corrosion. He has a little bit of pants on as well, but he goes in for the golden staff, so no DHS just yet. What is he itemizing towards?
DHS.
Oh, this is DHS.
Yeah.
All right.
Usually you see a third item, but because he was so behind, he had to go for the Wind of Nature first. Good adaptation, but now they lack damage.
Well, they severely lack damage, and he just, even if he does have the items to output that kind of damage, can he even get in range securely enough without getting completely zoned out, or worse yet, picked up completely by Taz, who just picked up an endless battle.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good chunk of true damage, buffing onto his basic attacks. The Evos, they're not wasting this gold advantage at all, but keep in mind, it's the same situation. High ground is available for RRQ.
Oh, Naomi.
Tyrant's Revenge and the Rage only on the Dreams right now is able to escape from the onslaught coming in from the Kings. Evo's Legends, they escape, they disengage, and they take it slow, pacing it down again for Dreams to come back.
Look at a little glitch in the overlays there.
Right?
Little glitch in the matrix there.
They can't close the gap, especially for Skyler to deal out the damage. If Naomi's able to get a really
What's
good
really
hit
crazy is we're at
onto
it's only
a
10
certain
kills, and
enemy
it feels
on the
like
side of
it's
Evos
been
that
so much
can't
more than
really
that.
evade from it, then that definitely is a point for RRQ. But look at Evos just rolling the ball, getting another turret there in the bottom side, already pushing a lot more here in the top side as well, giving RRQ just so much.
All it takes
to
is
deal
one
with,
big
so much
play for RQ though,
housekeeping
but it's the same
before
thing
they
for
go
Evos,
even
right?
try and think
Evos
for
doesn't have
anything.
as much like
Evos, they're just doing really
group
well, trying to
CC
really
though.
maximize
Like
the
RQ
vision
definitely
gain.
has
You
big
can see that
wombo
even for
combo,
Skylar and Clay, when they're
full
trying to
white
rotate in
potential.
three waves, the jump
Evos
of the
is a little
Skylar
more on the
safe.
pick side.
That's making Naomi just show
Like-
up a lot more often, and when the Kukla is visible,
But because
you know
Evos is a bit
he's
more on the
charging
pick
up
side,
the
they
range
feel like I feel like they're a little
somewhere
more split
in
up
the
in some of
bushes.
these team
And the
fights, so
way
it's a bit
pushing
harder for
Evos in the
RQ to
gold
make
lead,
that
the Lord
big
is
play
up and
happen, right?
RRQ, they are contesting
Like to get a
for it.
huge Tyrant's Rage paired up with the RWM,
For both teams,
not to mention the
6,000 gold lead in
Final
the 13
Insanity.
minutes should still favor Evos Legends much more. Look at the split that they're doing though.
Skylar
Three
just needs
members.
like
Yeah,
4
they're
or 5
core
seconds to
members.
pop off a splitty white wheel, and she's taking out 2 or
Rams
3
just
heroes.
playing for that mid lane, for that bottom wave as well. Are they trying to look for a turret down below? Is that the play?
Well, with Skylar leaving the vicinity, this might be RRQ just backing away, or maybe just attempting an easy steal. Evos, though, they put 3 members right there, just waiting for someone to rotate past them, hoping for a free kill. Skylar now shows up. Evos will jump on Banana.
Banana's Rage coming down. Good G Kundo on the way the Dragon, bringing Banana back to the team. Now he's able to dash away for a bit. He loses all of her Aga armor as the Namiru's Passion gets popped in. Now Fersing, whoa, Appraiser's Wrath, dealing damage on the Dream, sunking him low. Flumpy now getting trended down with the real world reflection coming through, but Banana is taking low, but
Oh, Hijime. Taz, make the play, make the play, make the play. Go through, go through, go through. Puncture, puncture.
Goes in, finds another. Banana with the last insanity. Dreams with the G Kundo flicker. But Evos Legends have come out on top. They've taken RRQ members low, and it's low enough for them to get the advantage to now go on the Enhanced Lord.
Oh man, the turn of events that led to that point. Skylar was a fancy feat. The amount of times that he dodged everything that was thrown at him. He was able to dodge Hijime, and then he was able to take him down. He was able to dodge, have the one pop off at the right time when Taz was going in as well. I can't believe he survived that. My eyes was just, it was focused on Skylar. And I know Evos, they pick up that Lord, but how
I gotta put something
Evos
in my
supposed to
calendar.
close the gap like that?
For Evos, well, the simple answer
I've been
is
being
to
so
use
organized,
neutral
guys.
objectives.
I'm
It's
using
worked so
Google
far.
Calendars
Every
now
time
because
there's
I have
Lord
a lot of
or
stuff
something
going on
important
now.
that Evos can pressure RRQ to respond to. They have been using it to try and get
You
a
should be
pick
really
off,
proud. You guys
get
would be proud of me.
You know, a dive in. And now with the Lord coming in, you can bet that with the Lord, when they reach the base of RRQ,
Tyrant
they're gonna try and attempt yet another pickoff.
interview.
But with the high ground, with the carry, actually having a lot of damage for the beefier
4:50
members, including the
PM.
Lord, by the way, they can probably clear this out, and Naomi will probably play it more defensively.
That was a 10,000 gold lead for the Tigers. A conceal as well from Dreams. He spotted out. He wants to go for a Jiku no flicker, but it's all just zone Clay away. No RDM right now. Nothing committed. Naomi with the Tower's Revenge, but Fluffy is able to purify out of it. Now the base turret in the mid lane taken out. Evo's Legends still looking for more, but no.
I gotta use the bathroom.
RRQ have defended, and Evo's Legends respect it.
They respect it, and they also get a tower in that mid lane for just more pressure onto RRQ here. Naomi might get caught. He's receiving a lot of damage from those members. They're still able to clear these waves, top, mid, and bot, so they only lose that mid lane.
What's so annoying for RRQ right now is the fact that most of their goal difference isn't coming from kills, so shutdowns will help, but it's not the end-all solution for them. They're also lacking in control of the map, in the structures. If they don't make something happen, it's going to be so difficult, but until they reach the right power spike, they can't really go for a lot of engages like this. They're just so prone on getting dove on because Skylar is on such a vulnerable hero like the carry.
Skylar just built the Malefic Roar though.
That's
At this point, does it warrant a lifesteal item?
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, Last Claws?
Very interested to see that.
You think Taz is a team on his back? I don't think it's just Taz, bro. I think Brands does decently, Hujime does decently.
Maybe even Athena's Shield here at this point of the game if he wants to survive. Or a Bloodless Axe even.
Look at the items for Clay. He also went for a full damage build. So watch as he will take a lot of damage if Dreams, or if Hujime can actually find the opening he requires to go into the back line. As of right now, we talk about how Evos now don't really do the spread apart kind of team fight anymore. But in game number 1 and game number 3 right now, they're showing that is still very much their MOU.
Yeah, which is great. You love to see it. Evos, the fact that they're able to do that, it actually gives them more space around the map. RRQ, they're looking for something. They're looking to funnel a little bit more onto their members, but they can't. And Hujime?
Oh!
What happened to Naomi? Now
Deleted.
Taz looking for the damage, but I see
Taz, Immortality, that's dangerous.
Dragon Flicker combo, bringing Fairstick back as Fluffy zone Skylar away. Fairstick isolated, taken out. Brands buys the Rose Gold. Winners across the board. 2 for 0 for the Tigers.
There's no Taz though, there's no Taz. RRQ, they have actually bought a little bit more time. Evos, no way would they want to commit onto this, right? Fluffy gets really low.
Brands with the runner's apathy. Fluffy taken low. Has the
watch for Skylar here.
He pops in with Winter Truncheon first.
Never
now
mind.
Immortality gonna be popped in. Banana in the midst of it all. Last Insanity popped in. Brands trying to deal damage to him. Dreams. Oh, he's able to escape.
Create space. That was a good Nibiru's Passion. I know it looks like it was a bad Nibiru's Passion, but really it saved their lives.
Matched Evos' aggression.
And now it's working in favor for Evos. Stars gonna be up in a few seconds. All they need to do is just to bait. No first sec.
Look at the wave in the top side though. In the EXP lane, a massive wave is building for RRQ. So if they can pressure the Lord right now, Evos are the ones that have to fight at a disadvantage. With a carry available to them, they can very easily burst this Lord down and force the fight. You see a Fluffy on top? This might be the initiate they require.
They don't see Hujime though. Hujime is looking for a flank for sure. We don't really know where Clay is just yet. They see Skylar for sure. And this Lord dance once again.
Now they see Hujime. Fairstick knows where he's at. He's still holding on to the Lord though. Hujime has a chance to clear it out, to zone Fairstick away. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Renner's apathy used up by Brands. Skylar's clearing it out, and Brands is matching it. Now Naomi jumps in. Fluffy able to use the Purify. Dreams looks for the back line, but it's going to be taunted down. Now locked up. Naomi with a turn.
Oh!
Lock Brands down.
That's all you needed. What did we say? What did we say? All they needed.
Dreams out. That was Taz. Rid of the world. He goes in onto the Lord, but he loses his life. Now Taz gets out. Fairstick has taken the Lord. RRQ have taken the fight.
Can they finish this?
4 members down. Taz very, very low. Being chased as well. He will be able to escape, but look at the waves available to RRQ right now. It was building up before the Lord was even contested. Now they can use it to potentially take the base turrets.
Taz is the only one left standing with 20 seconds left on the death
Oh, they got
timer.
minions.
It looks like RRQ may take this one.
Naomi with a play of his life earlier. Now Taz
Oh,
locked it down the base.
GG's.
The Kings of
GG's.
have reverse swept Evo's Legends.
Wow, they've done it.
GG's. GG's.
What a swift conclusion.
Really good series, though. A really good series. All right, guys. We streamed for 3 hours today. 3 hours. It was a pleasure. I had fun. Thank you so much, everyone who joined. We actually had more people than I thought. We haven't been streaming much, so I expected us to be pretty low today, but we had fun. We did our tier list. We watched a great series. I'm excited this Saturday, we cast our first game of NACT, first day. Day 1, me and Yue. Make sure you guys tune in. Remember, stay tuned into the Discord, guys. We're going to start doing some stuff there. I'm going to copy the link one more time. Make sure you get a role and all that stuff. Verify yourself. Get yourself some roles. Talk in the chat. All that good stuff. NACT starts official NACT starts this Saturday. This Saturday. Me and Yue will be on day 1. Me and the new guy. Yue is going to be casting this season. He's going to be paired up with me all season. I'll be taking him under the wing. Let's get it. Oh. All right, guys. Trek's out. Get some sleep, y'all, or have a good day if you're overseas, whatever it is. I'm going to get some sleep myself. Until next time.